Terrorists, your game is through. Cause now you have to answer to America. Fuck yeah. So lick my blood and suck on my balls, America. Fuck yeah. What you gonna do when we come for you now? It's the dream. Fuck yeah. Disney World, Porno, Valio, Reeboks, fake tits, sushi, Taco Bell, rodeos, Bed Bath & Beyond, Liberty, Wax Lips, The Alamo, Mayonnaise, Las Vegas, Christmas, immigrants, Popeye, immigrants, Republicans, fucking shit, books.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 4th of July stream. How's everyone doing this evening?
It's a little difficult when you kept us all muted, JR.
I'm still muted.
Yeah,
Thank you.
See, fucker doesn't realize even that he could have unmuted himself that whole time.
He doesn't know how to unmute himself.
No, he doesn't.
How's everybody
Bother
doing?
lifting a finger.
It sounds like two people. Yeah, so happy 4th of July, everybody. We were going to have the stream earlier today at about 6:30. I was going to have it even earlier then because I was sent home from work early because I don't know. But yeah, no, so it was going to have
You're
it a
not
little
allowed
earlier.
to say the word one more time for the next hour.
Okay, whatever.
Good job.
But so I was then sent home and then I was like, okay, I am going to go on a run. So I decided to go on my run, but as I was walking out the door, I realized that British Knight was having a stream and we were playing games. So we did that. We played, what's that game? That Jack in the Box game? That Jackbox? I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Jackbox. Yeah, we played Jackbox. And then I delayed my run. And then by the time I got back, it was like about 8. And nobody was able to stream at 8. So I was like, okay, let's push it back another 2 hours. And then that became 10:15. And now it's 10:19. And now we're streaming. Again, happy 4th of July, everybody. How's everyone doing this evening? Beppis, welcome
Thank you.
to the stream.
Thanks, dog.
When was the last time we saw you? I mean, I had you on a pig pen relatively recently, I feel like.
Oh, bro, I don't know. But I'm on nights now, so now I have a lot more ability to interact with you on a regular basis, JR.
That's great. That's good. That's good. What about you, Kilhoon? How are you doing this evening? How'd you enjoy your the tribute to your faction?
The tribute to my faction, well, I did a Murph this morning, although I didn't have 20 pounds body armor to put on for it. But that was enjoyable. That's
good to know. Anyway, so and joining us for the first time on any stream is P Hucker. How are you doing, P Hucker?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Oh God, is it going to be one of those kind of streams?
Probably.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to talk about what America means to us. What does America mean to everybody here?
Well, that's a bit of a loaded question. In what respect? We got to break it down into like subjects first.
Okay. You want to break it down into the subjects, Beppis? You choose the subjects. I'll give you free reign to do that.
God dang it. Food.
Our food is fattening.
What do you think of when you think American food?
I think of that person in a really fat woman in a wheelchair that's taking up the entire aisle at Walmart. That's what I think of.
I think of Nikocado avocado.
Like his butthole?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's look up his butthole right now, Jay.
No, we're not looking up.
Okay. How about your favorite, personally, what you enjoy to keep things positive? What's your favorite American food, JR?
I know, is crab cake sandwich American?
Sure.
because I like that was my favorite food as a kid. It's not my favorite food anymore, but it is like my ceremonial favorite food.
What's a crab cake sandwich?
Ah! Sorry.
I don't know.
Nikocado avocado.
What do you mean? It was what? How do you make one?
I don't know how to make a crab cake sandwich.
What?
I don't know.
Here, simple burger.
Okay, burger. Let's go with burger.
What about chicken tendy?
From McDonald's.
No. Well, I mean, McDonald's chicken tendies are okay.
McDonald's.
McDonald's is a little disappointing. I always feel like I really want it, and then the second I eat it, I'm like, oh, this was not really good.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
it's like
depressing.
unlike Taco Bell.
Ooh, Taco Bell fucking slams. I can enjoy
Taco
some
Bell
Taco
might be like the most American like food chain.
Taco Bacco?
You guys remember the movie The Demolition Man when Taco Bell won the franchise wars?
Yes, I do. I do.
Man's good.
Anyway,
Apple pie.
Kilhoon, tell us about this country. We are all Americans here.
We haven't
and I
gone through
only-
all the subjects yet, JR.
Okay, fine. We'll go through all the
No,
subjects.
no, ask him and we'll continue on with the subjects after.
Okay. How about give us a little give us your tell us about your time in the military, Kilhoon.
Spit it out.
Tell us about your time in the
About
military. Why
Why
did you choose to serve this country? Why did you choose to serve this country?
What?
Because one, like when I was a kid, I never wanted to be anything else because I thought civilians were way too boring and the military is cool.
Based.
Yeah, I'm still that way.
Based.
I'm still that way, and I frankly hate civilian life. So I'd much rather be around my brothers, even though my brothers are filthy degenerates, most of them.
Do they hear you?
They're not around me to hear that, so I'm in the clear.
That's good.
Who
Anyway,
dropped something?
no, that was me dropping a bottle cap into a.
JR, what the fuck, dude?
Okay. P. Hucker, how does it feel to finally be on one of the Politicrat streams? And of all the streams, the 4th of July stream, which is, of course, the smallest stream of the year.
Seeing as how probably 15 people are going to watch this, no different than any Discord call I'm in.
No different.
Wow, that was really mean.
I
Oh
gotta
no!
be honest,
I mean, he only underplayed it a little. It's probably gonna be more like 50, not 15.
It really depends.
I'll watch it 5 times if it means anything to you.
Oh, fair enough. So okay, so what year was America founded, guys? Was it founded 1776 or 1619?
1619.
1775. I go by the U.S. Army's birth date.
Of course you do.
Fucking, what the hell was the second one? 1619?
1619.
Remember the America's a slave state, white people.
We were founded as a
revisionism?
slaveocracy, not a democracy.
I stay out of the loop of that sort of shit. It's just not worth it to even look at it.
What about you? What do you think, Joe?
Mama?
Yeah.
Oh, me. Yeah.
What does America mean to you? What's your first gut reaction and instinct when you hear America?
Meritocracy.
Okay, that's good.
Ugh.
Like the absolute first thing that comes to mind, even if it's silly.
Pussy.
No, not you, other people.
Oh, you didn't specify.
You already said meritocracy.
Yeah, but then pussy.
Okay. What about you, Darth Kilhoon? The absolute first thing that comes to mind.
I think about a bunch of soldiers that can only think about sex and their next paycheck and getting my benefits once they're out.
That's a lot
that's
of
just
words
because-
to only be one.
Well, it's all kind of wrapped up into the U.S. military in general, just because I'm
Okay.
in it.
All right, great. Simplified down to military.
And pussy. That seems to be the proliferating theme of America tonight. Women.
Degeneracy.
Degeneracy.
I don't think cats are that degenerate.
Cat? Dude, I like cats. I don't get why people hate cats.
I'm gonna throw.
I don't hate cats either.
I
They
mean,
make
like,
good mouthers.
they do.
Good
Little
silencers. too.
cuddly creatures. What did you just say?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Next clip.
Okay, so this whole 1619 project thing, though, is it like are they being sort of like when they say America was founded in 1619, I like when I had first heard that was their whole thing. I didn't realize how serious they were being. I thought that they were doing it for some like sort of a poetic reason. That was my initial like interpretation, but no, they literally believe this country was founded in 1619.
Oh yeah, that's why it's really stupid.
No. It would make sense at least if they like said, okay, this is the poetic foundation.
Yes, I can understand from that point of view, but they're not.
No, they literally say that this country's values were founded in the year 1690. It makes no sense. It's like that is just patently false.
Dead ass, dog.
Do you have anything?
It depends on what you, because it's always context and context that they use, which theirs is they hold social justice. But if I was to completely ignore them, like the 1619, theoretically, if you're thinking about the birth of the nation. Not to mention the
Great
film
movie. No.
named after that. Yeah, great film. But the birth of the nation or the idea of the nation doesn't necessarily mean it has to be independent. Like Canada, you could say, even though it was under the British Empire, it was still its own nation, its own idea.
They say I think the traditional Canadian founding is at 1861, something like that. I know they just basically had their 4th of July. I mean, of course, they just had the 4th of July, but they just had their
Canada Day that nobody celebrated in Canada
because everyone's too busy like talking about Native Americans and burning down churches
and tearing down statues of Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, so you saw? Guessing you saw? Did you see Argent's video?
I did, but I already knew of those before.
Yeah, no, I just learned it today on my lunch break from Argent's channel.
Yeah.
Gosh.
We should make a stream about just like talking about how the United States shouldn't be Canada and why we shouldn't hate each. I mean, okay, what country hates itself more, Canada or America?
America, but they weren't in the running.
No, it's just Canada and America right now. We're talking about
just those two. Yeah, then Canada.
You think?
I think Canada hates. No, because the thing is, their whole thing is I thought their whole thing is Canada was like super proud of being Canada. They were super proud of being. Basically, their whole shtick is we're basically America, but without the baggage. I thought that was basically Canada's whole. That's what that was the gimmick.
I see. I don't know. I kind of see it as Canada's like a Stockholm syndrome, where it's like it's a very love-hate. It's like we love to hate ourselves relationship. And they treat their past like it's a prison.
Yeah, to be honest, the only people who hate America kind of live in 4 or 5 cities.
True.
Yeah.
Especially Washington, D.C.
Don't you live there, JR?
What? Do I? I don't know.
Be right back. I'm going to get some water.
Okay, go get water.
Be safe.
Stop with the echo, too. God damn it.
Shut up!
Don't drink the Flint water.
Why would it's all clean now, dog?
I still don't trust it. I never will trust Flint, Michigan.
How often do you go there?
Enough times to know the water and AK 0. I actually don't go east of Minnesota like very often.
Okay.
I like the western United States a lot more.
Colorado's nice. I like Colorado.
Yeah, I like Montana, Alaska, Idaho.
California?
No.
Well, looks-wise, yes.
Even then, like I don't like desert mountains. I like the more Idaho lush mountains.
I was thinking more so the northern redwood forests.
Oh yeah, that place is beautiful, but it's just.
Have you noticed? San Francisco is basically like an East Coast city on the West Coast. It's weird.
What's the differentiation between East Coast and West Coast culturally, then?
You just know it when you see it.
No.
I was too young on the East Coast to truly understand. Like, so I don't know.
Well, since you are able to articulate it, JR, what is the difference?
The difference?
Yes, other than locality.
Well,
what makes San Francisco a East Coast city dwelling on the West Coast?
it's just the vibe, you know. Go to San
No.
Francisco. Don't go to San Francisco.
I'm not going to go to San Francisco
Why not?
because I don't like going to big cities. If I'm going to fly all the way and spend all the money to go to California, I'm going to go do something I actually want to do, such as the forest.
Go to Lake Tahoe if you ever go to Cali/Nevada border.
No, go to Fresno. Go to Fresno.
Encina, California, so I can go see the Nickelodeon studio and SpongeBob.
Or the Encino Man. Does everyone remember that movie, The Encino Man?
No, I've never heard of that.
It's Brendan Fraser as a caveman.
Oh, I like it. Let's pull up some pictures. We got to analyze this. Is he shirtless in it? Is he?
Probably.
Let's look it up now.
You can do it, and I'll let you share the screen.
Well, I'm a Luddite. How do I do that?
I don't know. Learn. Anyway.
Don't say this to me.
Okay, let's make this so 1619 project. But do you think is it like a? I just don't understand it. Like, am I supposed to understand it? I just don't. Like, does anybody have a good explanation for what it is?
My explanation for it is it's everybody rebels against the traditional norms and ideas of what builds their societies eventually. Like Rome went through that identity crisis back in the day where they're like, oh no, well, our true founding was Greek culture. And they went through a phase like that. And I think that's how that 1619 is going instead of the 1776. Because they want to disassociate it from anything like that we did on our own that was great. Even though, honestly, I'm kind of black-pilled with the United States right now, too. So, but for different reasons.
Want to explain your reasons why you're black-pilled with our country, especially on the day of its founding?
Most of mine comes from just learning about, like, looking back at history, how the United States got involved in World War I and how a lot of financial interests have guided most of its politics. And also I'm like turning away from I've turned away from liberalism a lot since I was younger, and just the ideas of a democratic nation and spreading like especially the modern wars too also black pill me of
modern warfare.
Yeah, and just how it's killed and mentally destroyed so many of my brothers and sisters that I've had to go over there, and then like there's nothing to show for it, and you just leave us to suffer and treat us like shit most of the time.
When you say liberalism, do you mean that in the classical sense in which the ideals of the nation were founded upon, or more in the modern American sense?
The old style. I'm well versed in political theory, so when I refer to liberalism, I more mean classical liberalism.
There's like no classical liberals left in America except the lone, everyone's favorite, lone stalwart of classical liberalism.
The neocons that most of them used to be Trotskyists back in the day.
And now we're classical liberal neocons. Yeah, exactly.
And we want to spread democracy by force across the world because we're so great and we're so American exceptionalism, when in reality, if we lost all these wars that we were involved in, we would be charged with so many war crimes.
It's kind of true.
It's like when people like complain about like Dresden and stuff, that was actually a war crime. And like people that try to like defend like America's like bombing of Dresden and like the other fire bombings of like Tokyo and all that stuff. It's like we caused so much unnecessary suffering by dropping phosphorus bombs.
I have a question. What do you think was like our Carthage must be destroyed moment? When we destroyed Dresden and Tokyo, or when we dropped the nukes?
Honestly, Dresden more. But I kind of also view both the European and Asiatic wars as like two separate conflicts in its own. I don't like to lump up as one, just because of the natures of the wars over there in each region. They were very, very different. So yeah, I would consider Dresden was the Carthage of Europe, and Nagasaki was the Carthage of Asia.
Do you know what Nagasaki kind of sounds like?
What, JR? What does it kind of sound like?
Naga Sadao.
Oh, I thought you were
Oh.
going to make an innuendo. I got really excited
No.
for a nice, funny joke.
The longest Star Wars podcast.
No, okay, no. That extended to us doing
Yeah.
our stream, like our 2-day stream, and then that's the one where Beppis streamed us streaming.
Oh.
Ours was a lot funnier.
Well, nobody watched your whole thing.
And
Nobody watched our whole thing. I don't think either.
there you go. We're on the same playing field, baby.
No, there's probably like that one person that actually did watch it all the way through.
Probably Evan. It was probably Evan. Honestly,
Like
Did he confirm that, or are you just assuming?
I'm assuming, but I know. Evan.
There we go. An act
Let's
of
go.
vindication.
Yeah.
It was more from my perspective, though, when it comes to being black-pilled on classical liberalism. At least in my head, I'm more so able to divorce the modern state of absolute degradation that is our modern government, divorcing that ideal from the actual just principles of classical liberalism is a lot easier on my end, because to me, I consider myself in a lot of ways a classical liberal when it comes to those principles. However, I don't consider the United States a classical liberal nation any longer. We haven't been for a very long time.
Yeah. Also, when I'm black pills, I became a Catholic reactionary over time. Like, I've always been Catholic, but I've gotten to the reactionary circles.
Well,
And
I suppose myself, I'm an atheist. And so I mean, religion is what it is, but the bearing for me...
My morals very much contradict with many of the actions of the United States in its
Currently
history.
or historically?
Both currently and historically.
Historically, in what ways?
Mostly pertaining to our ways of warfare and ways of warfare is one.
Okay, I gotcha.
And World War I especially, like that's the point in history where I really start to.
Okay, so
America.
it's not more. So your issue is more so with the actual application of things. When it comes to the actual principles of classical liberalism and in Catholicism, where do you feel the divergence, at least in the philosophical sense, dwells?
Well,
and I mean like purely on a blank slate philosophical sense, not taking any historical implications into account.
Okay, so one, I'm also a monarchist.
Very nice. I like it.
It flows. I think monarchism flows in Catholic theology very naturally. And I've always had that inclination that a rule of a wise, benevolent leader is better than letting the masses choose by popular demand. Because
we don't have a popular vote, though. That's the thing.
I mean, it's not a popular vote, but it's still a democratic system. So that eventually chooses the leader.
So when it comes to that, I'm not a monarchist in the slightest. I see it actually as a form of very similar to that of dictatorship. Would a system such as like service guaranteeing citizenship in more the Star Troopian sense be a compromise you'd be willing to go with? If we can't have absolute monarchy, but a system wherein not necessarily a completely vetted voting process, but wherein people have to display absolute care and conduct towards their community before being allowed to participate in its governance.
So that's like the only, like, I'd still only be tolerating it. I wouldn't be accepting of it. But yeah, I would begrudgingly tolerate a system more than the system
what our
we have
current
now.
is. Because I will admit, the current state of things is there's obviously something wrong with it. I don't know if going to absolute monarchy is the solution, though.
Well, I'm more of a German Empire style monarchist. I like that style the most.
I suppose so, but at the end of the day, for me, my reservations when it comes to monarchy is that what happens when we get into Legobalis? What are we supposed to do then?
Explain. I didn't.
The Roman Emperor Elagabalus?
Oh, the trans.
Oh,
The guy that circumcised himself in front of Roman Senate and then changed Rome's religion to that of worshiping a giant rock and then sacrificed children to the rock.
No, he changed it to sun worship, but he
no. There is rock.
Worshipped a pet rock.
Yes, and he sacrificed children to the rock, and then Rome's currency at the time had a fucking imprint of the rock on their fucking money.
And my counter to that is, well, what happens when you get a Robespierre that's democratically placed?
Well, no, I'm not saying there's a perfect system that exists. I'm just saying what is the contingency when you have a monarchy? What if you have someone who's insane that's born into it?
Oh, well, okay.
Rome wasn't a monarchy.
It's very complex. How it's dealt with. It's very dealt with circumstance by circumstance. Like many of the, I think the Wittelsbach in Bavaria, they would oftentimes like if the head patriarch viewed his son as not being a worthy heir, he'd oftentimes default to one of his other sons or a nephew. It could be changed to an inherit. It wouldn't necessarily always be the firstborn son, is what I'm saying. So, and then of course there's the Ottoman way of dealing with it, where all the sons just had to compete.
You just fight it out.
Yeah, they just fought it out, which I don't like that system, but that's a solution.
Honestly, if I had to choose a monarchy, I'd probably want to go with that one more so, because at least we know our guy's strong and we're going to have a fun time with it.
Yeah, but strong doesn't mean necessarily.
Oh, no, but at the end of the day, you have to give up some reservations when you're going to live under monarchy.
It's, well, the one example that I especially love to point to, it's also because my ancestors derived from Bavaria, was the fact that the Wittelsbach had unbroken line for 1,000 years. And most of the time it was direct firstborn succession, and they very stable and prosperous.
Which, don't get me wrong, I understand that there is always a possibility that even though it's technically a dictatorship, that it could be a benevolent thing.
Well,
however,
and then also, like, dictatorship is a very like complex term. Like, yes, there are dictatorial kings, but most of the time dictators actually centralize power way more than any monarch has. In fact, the office of the president has more power than most of, like, relatively speaking, more power centralized in himself than most monarchs ever had. So that's like my also hang up, is because most of the time when democratically elected leaders come in, they tend to actually have more powers than most monarchs ever had. And if you look at Hitler or Stalin, Robespierre, Woodrow Wilson, FDR, etc., they just not great examples.
I'd say the only reservation I have with any system, I really don't care. Republic, democracy, monarchy, all the others. As long as there is a consistent constitution that all of the government bodies abide by, I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it. As long as there are rules that the government follows to keep itself in check, and there are checks and balances, I don't really care what the actual system is.
So even if it were like a, okay, I can't think of any. I can't think of like a worst case scenario nightmare government. It was like, remember? Okay, so don't.
What was that noise? There's ghosts.
Yeah, in the background that was somebody.
Like, I'm down for a monarchy, but only if it's a constitutional monarchy.
And I think that most
laws that,
like, yeah,
like,
I'm for
the Senate and the regent would have to all agree on.
I mean, like, I always point to the German Empire as being like the most ideal constitutional monarchy that was in existence.
Yeah, by the way, I am a fucking history dunce.
Okay. The German Empire is a very complex system, but it was also the most decentralized and federalized monarchy in all of existence. just because of all the regional monarchs within it. Like,
There was
I-
what, 78
no,
before
there was
German unification? Or no, there was probably even more, wasn't
no,
there?
there was okay, well, there's a lot of aristocratic families, yes, but out of the royalty, there was about 4 kingdoms, 7 principalities. There's a few duchies. I think it was about 20 regional monarchies. But also, I tell libertarians that the German Empire would actually be your perfect paradise, because, especially the states' rights libertarians, because quite literally, there's regional armies. Like Bavaria had its own army, Saxony had its own army. It all came under the purview of the emperor, but the regional armies would swear their loyalties to both their kingdom and the empire. It was a very unique system. And then they had the democratically elected Reichstag from all men who served in the military or owned land or both, and they were over the age of 30.
So who determines who the royal family is? If we were to institute a monarchy right now in the United States.
Yeah, that's
If
my
we were
thing. Like, okay, so I mean, the thing is, like, the United States was founded on like no monarchy, but that was like like the whole thing is like fuck the king. Like that was kind of the whole deal. Who would you make monarch of the United States?
Well, there's a lot of the American revolutionaries that actually.
No, that's called a ronarchy, guys.
Ooh, I like it. Papa Ron. Ronald McDonald. Oh,
Ronarchy or a donarchy with Donald Trump.
Ooh. Maybe they could get married and do it together.
Okay, so to answer your question about the American monarchy instituting it, to go back to the revolution, actually about, I think it was a third of the American population were loyalists to the crown, about a third, which most of those third were in the middle class, rebelled, and then about a third stayed neutral. And of the founding fathers, most actually wanted for America to become a dominion, not fully split from the crown, because they just didn't want to be under the Parliament, but they wanted to still remain under His Majesty.
Okay, so if we institute a monarchy tomorrow, who's going to be the royal family, and who will be the nobles?
Okay.
How would we structure the aristocratic structure?
You know how the United States based its system around, which system that they copied, except for had a president instead of an emperor.
Okay.
They copied the Holy Roman Empire.
Correct.
So, like, personally, if it was up to me, I would have a Holy Roman Empire 2.0 in America. Each state would have its own regional monarch.
Yeah, evidently. But I'm saying that when it comes to like,
and then the imperial family would be the elective monarchy part of it, where the electoral college would select the emperor.
So just de facto right now, all the governors, if we just switch to a monarchy, you'd want all the governors to de facto be kings of those.
Like Cuomo would be king of New York.
Frankly, no. I'd actually probably based off the largest ethnicity and then what that ethnicity's historical monarch was.
So, like who?
Like say in North Dakota, it would be a German prince that'd probably be invited. From
Europe over here to rule.
Well, ethnically the same group, so
culturally they'd be absolutely dissimilar from one another.
Most of them, yes, and that's how the Holy Roman Empire functioned well, and they were all culturally dissimilar from one another. You had Dutch.
Well, they also were destroyed.
Bohemian, you had Germans, you had the Italians. That empire also lasted 1,000 years.
I understand, however,
was it really an empire though? I wouldn't say it was really an empire. It was more of a confederate. Like when I think of empire, I think of it as like a geopolitical concept that refers to a country that controls multiple.
All empires are confederacies, like if you break it down.
But not all confederacies are empires.
Like if you were to break it down to like like terminology that we would use on government organization, like most empires were either federations or confederations of states under a similar monarchy or similar system. If like the Holy Roman Empire was a similar system, well then the German Empire was a similar monarchy, the Russian Empire was a similar monarchy, the Habsburgs one dynasty. But each one still had their local governance, different political structures within it, and even the British Empire suffered under this, where they were all under the king, but like the Canada, Australia, New Zealand, they all had their own regional governments. And yeah, that's just how most empires always functioned. And I think that would give, especially the states' rights crowd in the United States, their little cut of it, where they would get their more decentralized authority that they enjoy. Then you would get the still unity under the emperor, and you'd still have a united military, of course.
By bringing in foreigners who don't speak the language, have never lived here, based purely on genetic factors.
I mean, they'd be culturally close to their people that they are going to be governing. That's why it would be based off ethnicity.
Tomorrow,
Why not make like the North Dakota or something? Like, give it to like some like Sioux chief or something.
The Sioux only like make up 2,000 people in that state.
Why not make a bunch of like little tiny states then?
I mean, I would also have that too. Like, I'd break it down also to like the county levels. They have counts. The Sioux, like the tribes, would probably still have their tribal councils. I would keep that as a thing.
So, are we bringing over all our new noble people would be from Europe?
I'd say the monarchs themselves would be princes, because most of them are highly educated, very wise individuals.
Currently.
Okay. So in that
so
sense,
we bring over a 15-year-old to rule.
No, why bring over already established monarchs? Why not just like start from scratch?
I mean, that's also another case. Like, you could pull a Netherlands and have like the House of Orange in the Netherlands was purely a homegrown monarchy.
Why not do that? Like, I mean, at least we wouldn't be beholden to a bunch of like
Europeans.
A bunch of Europeans.
Yeah, that would be another case. I'd probably pick from the landowners then.
So Bill Gates becomes the supreme. Yes, Bill Gates owns the most land out of anybody in the United States.
No,
so
I'm
he
not
becomes
saying
the
the
de facto.
person that owns the most land, but I'd probably
He
say
becomes
for
the de facto emperor.
And I don't know how this determination process would go, but I'd probably try not to have Bill Gates as the emperor or any corporate elite.
Isn't that like Berkshire Hathaway that owns all the land or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's private corporations. It's not individuals.
Oh, so that becomes the new emperor. It's not even a single individual. It's corporation. The emperor Walmart enters the stage.
No.
I like it. Let's just fuck it right up.
So does that mean? But does that mean that like
the CEO becomes the current?
Would be Kathleen Kennedy.
I mean, we already all know that corporatism is just modern feudalism.
Or we can do a Caesar move. I don't know. That's why this would be a very complex question.
Are you one of the guys that like feudalism? Yes or no? I don't know who I'm talking to right now. Are you a big feudalism fan? Because I know we have a few of those floating around.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
No. I think that monarchies and feudalism, I think that's funny.
Okay,
I also think this entire conversation has been like, why am I here?
Oh, I just got here. I don't know what this conversation is about.
Yeah, we were talking about what America meant to
us.
I
love you, Mop. I missed you so much. How you been, my man?
Pretty good. How would a monarchy be established in America? And it's like, frankly, I don't even know that.
It's like a heretical conversation.
So Darth Kilhoun is pro-monarchy. He wants to institute a monarchy within the United States. I'm inquiring as to the actual substance of how that would happen. So far, we've come to the conclusion is that land is important and genetics are important. And we'd be importing princes from Europe to become the king of Ohio.
And I DM'd Politicrat about 10 minutes ago, why the fuck am I here? And he says, I don't know, why are you here?
Okay, well, if we look at
You invited me!
Okay, Destiny has some pretty interesting lore. If we look at
Thank God, something.
the last city in the tower, right?
Something
you know,
substantive.
is ruled by the Concordat, which is comprised of 5 factions and the Vanguard.
Okay.
One of the factions is called New Monarchy, and they're like, "Hey, I really want a king, but it has to be a really cool guy, and so we're going to democratically elect a king who is going to be in charge, and then there will be no more democracy." But they're like, they just haven't found the dude that they want to be king. So what about that? Like, what if we just democratically?
You know what? We just
I'm
democratically
very down
elect
with
our
that.
king every 300 years.
Yeah.
One final election to end all elections.
But we have to do it like it has to be like at a 200-year cycle.
So most people won't even get to vote even once.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Frankly, like I said, I really don't know how this would go. Like, it could go, like, in my mind, it'd either be a Caesar, it'd be a Holy Roman Empire, or you could do that democratically elected or
I think-
homegrown
I think-
monarchy.
I think Burger King, like feudal Japan style warring states, where like you have
Ooh, I like it. I like
know,
it. Let's all
and I know
cut
the
the fuck
Politicrat
up.
is going to call back to Demolition Man, but I mean, if anything is going to happen, it's going to be like the fucking fast food wars.
And
you know?
I think
We were
that
just talking about that. About
I
Taco
love
Bell.
it. We privatize all police. Mick Pizza Hut police come and fucking break into your house and kill your wife.
And
Uh,
I think that Mop sounds like an American version of Jacksepticeye.
Don't make fun of Mop. Mop is a great guy.
That was a compliment.
top of the morning. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Every time I hear you start a sentence,
I would die
it's
for Mop.
almost like him.
I would die for Mop and all the crackheads he interacts with in the desert.
And all the ghosts.
Ooh, dude, tell me. I want to hear about all the demons.
A ghost
Yeah,
played
talk-
Darude
talk
Sandstorm
about-
the other
Are
day.
there any 4th of July related ghost stories that you have?
I go to a lot of haunted buildings. I never find any ghosts though.
Come to where I live, and we can go and interact with crackheads in asbestos-ridden buildings.
Hell yeah, I love asbestos-ridden buildings.
Dude, it's just my house. There's asbestos in my basement, and we can just get my brother really high.
Nice. Get them fibers in your lungs. They say you need to eat more fiber.
Exactly.
Kilhoon was trying to say something. What were you trying to say, Kilhoon?
I don't know. If you want to go see haunted places, probably just go to Gettysburg. I
I've
can't
been
think of
there.
anywhere else.
I've been to Gettysburg. No ghosties interacted with me or attacked me.
I went on a
However,
I went on a ghost train ride in Gettysburg once, and it was like actually like a steam locomotive. This was like 2006, 2007.
my mother, however, had a whole conversation with some dead dude. I don't know if she was just bragging on my leg or what, but she was just having a whole conversation, being like, you've been dead for a while. You should probably just move on.
Well, I had some type of supernatural experience. I was out in the woods the other day, and
Okay.
I it's all windy, and I'm on the only from what I know the only trail that's out there. So there's no one else out there with me, and it's a sandy area. This sounds fake. It's real. It's happened.
I'm
It's
so
a-
excited.
It's a sandy area, and it's getting pretty windy, and
Yeah.
up the hill I hear like music in the distance. I can't really tell what it is, but then as it approaches, the sound approaches, it's clearly Darude Sandstorm. It's like, okay, somebody's playing Darude Sandstorm in this sandy,
Sandstorm.
gust. Yeah, okay. But then like the noise passes me, and then nothing else. No person on a
Oh.
bike. Nothing. So I don't know, maybe a ghost from 2007. Just was trying to
Dive while
play a
riding
prank
their
on
bike
me.
out there, and they're just internally riding their bicycle.
Yeah, the Ghost
Out in the
Rider
wilderness.
playing Darude Sandstorm.
I love it. The
My-
ghost cyclist.
My only paranormal interaction was shortly after my grandfather died. My dad ended up inheriting the house, so we stayed in there for about a year and a half, and I think my grandfather honestly haunted that place because he would always watch Fox News and
His
he always
ghost was
watched.
yelling at the TV
I'm
with
sorry,
Sean
we
Hannity.
just laughed about your grandpa dying, but please continue.
But this was actually a decade ago, almost to the day now. But yeah, I think he haunted his place because randomly at night the TV would turn on in the kitchen, and that's where we always watched Fox News. And then there was like this little tiny radio that was like we didn't even know about, but it was like in the back cupboard.
Ooh,
of
that's
his
creepy.
of his pantry, and it just flicked on, like in the middle of the day, and it was playing. Guess what? Fox.
Dude, that's like something else. Oh my god.
Okay, so I volunteered. So I used to volunteer for this. There was this, like, there's this actual haunted house. It was somebody from, I think it was a lady from my church who like had this organization for it was like some school for autistic kids or something. And so every year there was this property, this old manor in my town that the autistic school owned. And I think the lady who lived there also used to go to my church back when she was alive. This was, I don't know how many years ago. This was, I think the 1900, like early mid 1900s, something like that. But so I think she went to, I think she went to my church around the same time that George C. Marshall did, because George C. Marshall went to my church. But either way, that is neither here nor there.
Okay.
So either way, so I would go there and I would like volunteer every Halloween. It was like on weekends and stuff. And so the very first year I was there, this was like 2011 maybe. There was this one room, and
How old were you?
Oh God, 15.
Okay.
This is about a decade ago. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, so you're 15 in 2011 and I was 13. Okay, yeah.
So yeah. So and so I was like in this room, and I was in this room for hours because it was like a long thing, the haunted house thing. It had to go from like 5 to midnight. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, no. So I was there, and so I would just constantly. So I was there with this one girl named, I think her name was Abby or Abigail or something. She was 13 at the time, so she'd be your age.
Okay.
So it was just me and her. We were just like chilling in there, and it was really strange because every few minutes I would hear from like a different side of the room coming over to me. I heard this whisper, but it wasn't like a whisper. It was like a shush. It was a.
Oh, that's weird.
I would constantly hear it, and it was the weirdest thing. And I was like, Abby, what the hell are you doing? Stop. And she's like, I'm on the other side of the room. I'm like, are you trying to scare me, Abby? But like, then I just hear this like, it was the strangest thing. That was the only experience I ever had in like the 4 Halloween. I mean, it was like 6. I think it was like 6 nights a year I would be there. I was there on like Fridays and Saturdays for like a period of like 3 weeks in October, from 2011 to 2014, something like that.
Did it happen all the time? Or
No. Like
one
I said,
time?
it was just that one night when I was there.
Ooh, that's weird.
That was like my second. That was my second or third.
Pretty spooky.
Yeah, it was pretty spooky. But yeah, no. So
What about you, Joe? You got any ghosty encounters?
I think he left us.
Maybe he did. Oh my gosh. He's right there. I can see him.
Joe Mama.
Oh, he gone. He gone.
So sad.
So, you know what my BF did the other day at work, and this is ghost related. This lady calls saying that her house is haunted. She calls 911. So they go there, and she's obviously like having a mental breakdown, right? And my boyfriend's partner is like talking to the lady, and my boyfriend goes, "Hold on, ma'am, just one moment." He goes back to the police car and gets their Bluetooth like adapter, and he's like, "I'm a certified paranormal investigator, ma'am. We'll clear your house." And then they go through the house, and he I saw the body cam. He's just like, "Is there anybody here?" Shows a sign. Just going through the house, and I'm like, "What would you have done if the door started slamming? You poop your pants a little bit?"
Yeah.
So now, and like he gave her like his card saying that he was a certified paranormal investigator with blah 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 PD, and so now he's waiting for her to call back, requesting for the paranormal investigator.
You know, that's how you get that's the start of a horror movie, how the ghost like latches onto somebody, you know?
That's exactly what I told him. I'm like, dude. And so now he's planning to get like actual EMF like reader and like ghost hunting stuff to like have with him.
You can kill a ghost
Well-
with a margarita. You throw a margarita at a ghost, the ghost dies.
How do you
I
kill a
love it.
ghost? I thought ghosts were already dead. That's the whole point.
With a
Well, you gotta
margarita,
exorcise
retard!
them. You gotta exorcise them.
No, ghosts hate salt, and alcohol is a spirit. And
Oh yeah,
opposites
you're
attract.
right.
So the
You're
spirit
right.
attracts the ghost, but the circle of salt around the rim traps them in there.
Wait, what? The spirit attracts the ghost?
Yeah, the spirit, the spirits, you know, like
Wait, where's the ghost?
the ghost gets sucked into your margarita glass.
Oh, do you drink the ghost then and
You do
absorb its
drink
power?
you drink the ghost and you just piss it out. Yeah,
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's gonna be one hell of a piss.
yeah. It depends how racist the ghost was.
Oh, okay. Like
Most-
asparagus?
Yeah, asparagus piss means you just ate a racist ghost.
All asparagus is actually the embodiment of dead people.
Dead
Yeah.
racist people.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so back to 4th of July related.
That's
things.
why Germany grow so much asparagus.
That's true.
Hey, do you guys remember that scene in I think it was Elf, where they were talking about they were thinking of book ideas, and then the one book pitch from the one guy was like a tribe of teenage asparagus who are self-conscious about the way their piss smells.
What?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they were
I don't
coming up with
remember
really
that at all.
stupid ideas.
Do you remember that, Mahop?
I haven't watched Elf since I was like fucking 6.
You know what? I feel like the chocolate spaghetti would actually taste kind of good because it's just like spaghetti, right? Without any other flavoring. So if you put chocolate sauce on it, it would probably taste decent.
It would taste like chocolate sauce.
It's
Hey,
chocolate sauce
Mizezi in
spaghetti.
Chicago. Mizezi in Chicago has arrived.
Yeah.
Our
Just got done with the fireworks show. Oh my god, I could even feel them.
Generally, touching the fireworks when they go off is a bad idea, but I like your spirit.
Hey, trust me, you haven't felt any sort of explosion until you've thrown a hand grenade.
Okay.
Yeah, fag.
Yeah, you ain't got shit on me. I'm also
Hey,
a army
faggot, I'm incel.
Hey, you're also I'm a army engineer, so I'm used to blowing up shit. Well,
Yeah,
Good for
asshole.
you, man. I'm not. I choose life.
How
I
fucking
choose-
dare you?
I choose to tag and bag Hodgies for the U.S.
Yeah,
Cool.
asshole.
I'll
Tag
do that on my
bag
spare
brown
time instead.
people.
For me and me alone.
He's gonna get these immigrants dead or fucking alive.
Hey, no, Tejanos immigrants, they're fine because they're a bunch of based Catholic Mexicans. But
Yeah, but they also gave us Fuentes, so no, they're not.
no, the Tejanos specifically, if they're from southern Mexico, they are not based.
Yeah.
We have they're from southern Mexico. They're basically Aztecs, but without the Chad human sacrifice part.
Most of the time they actually tend to be social revolutionaries, so yeah, that's why they're not based.
yeah, because they
Yeah,
want to
again,
reinstate
without
the
the Chad human
sacrifices,
sacrifice
right?
part.
They want to reinstate the
So they're just
sacrifices.
fucking
That's what they're revolting
virgins.
against.
Yeah.
No,
let's
they're
all
reactionaries.
put DMT and
No, they're
sacrifice
reactionaries in the sense where they want to reestablish the Aztec Empire.
Yeah, and then the
Communist
Tejanos
guerrilla
want to return to
warfare.
Spain.
Anyway, so now let's get back to more 4th of July-ish.
No, we're talking about demons and ghosts.
What the
We should have a
fuck did I walk
demonology
into?
stream.
Tell
It's-
us all your
Conversation
Well,
about
tell us all
demons
your-
and ghosts.
Yeah, tell
retard.
us, have you had any like ghosty or like ghosty experiences or
Yeah,
any
I was
paranormal
telling you about
activity?
the time
Nah,
where I worked
but
at-
my
where I-
fucking coworkers have at my job.
Tell us.
Well, there's basically this poltergeist like ghost at my job that keeps on fucking with us during work, so we named him George and we just blame him for everything.
What have they
I'm
experienced?
surprised
Has
you
there
didn't
been any-
name him Cosby.
Well, one time George fucking completely destroyed one of our bonding jigs for no reason.
Did
I
he
don't know,
try
I
to?
just think bonding was being fucking retarded again.
Why did you do
But,
that, George?
alright.
Why would you do something like that, George?
I was bored,
Yeah,
you know.
fuck you, George, you fucking asshole. I work
George is
for
here.
a living.
hey, I'm a ghost. You know what can
Oh, ooh, tell us what the other side is like.
okay, most of the time we just like watch people in the showers.
Mm-hmm.
But that gets boring after a while, so you just start breaking shit.
Do you like
fucking with
flush
people.
people's toilet in the middle of the night just to bother them?
Yeah. Or just
That's
a
what I would
thermostat.
Do that to
That's
Just
what
a
I would do if I
thermostat.
was a ghost. Just flush people's toilet in the middle of the night. Be like, who the fuck? There's nobody in your apartment.
When they leave, you just turn on all the lights in their house, run up their electric bill.
I do nothing but just turn on everything electric in their house for them to have a big ass electric bill.
No, I
That's
turn
so
on every
mean.
single heater and I plug in every space
See,
heater and turn it on.
that sets off so they can't tell that you're there because ghosties make things cold. I gotcha. That's pretty fucking clever, dude. They'll never guess.
I just more do that for the electric bill because
That
these
too.
heaters.
Ghosts just make things cold because we actually changed the thermostat because we prefer it to cold.
Instantaneously. In seconds, it's freezing.
It says in Chicago. So
What?
earlier, what we were doing is we were discussing the 1619 project and about how it's like, okay, so there were like the people who created the 1619 project say America was actually created in 1619. So we were discussing how originally we thought that they were just saying it in some sort of like abstract poetic sense, but they literally believe that this country was founded in the year 1619.
Okay, but if you were a ghost, who would you haunt?
Well, all I have
Ooh.
to say about that is hashtag kill yourself, Jamestown fag.
What? Hey, okay, no, this is stream. We're live right now.
That's so rude. There's KYS.
Sword.
You lived in
Right.
the past.
Okay, so let's say like let's say-
KYS libtard.
hypothetically, a samurai with really big red sword kills you, and he like Sparta kicks your soul out of your body. I have to go.
I'm going to give us another 5 minutes to talk about ghosts and demons. And no, Bepis, we're not talking about Demon Slayer, just demons and ghosts.
Why'd you bring up Demon Slayer?
Because you always talk about it. You always bring up the anime.
Yeah, why would I
Yeah,
talk
you
about
brought it
Demon
up.
Slayer though? Demon Slayer kind of sucks, dude.
The haunt
Do you-
a leader.
Do you want
Who
to
do
talk
you
about
haunt?
Demon Slayer, JR?
No, I want to talk about Naruto.
Okay.
No, let's talk about Black Clover.
When that guy gets stabbed in the balls, that's my favorite scene from that anime.
Okay, but who do you haunt? If you had to haunt a world leader, who do you haunt?
Yeah. So let's all go through that. I would haunt Joe Biden because he's already senile enough.
Yeah, no one's
I'd
gonna
make him do
believe
the
it.
right thing.
No, I would haunt Boris Johnson just because I think that would be funny.
Shinzo Abe.
I'd haunt Nancy Pelosi for her to always have the smell of shit in her office.
Do you think? Wait. Do you
Spoil
think?
all the ice creams. Spoil all the ice creams in her $10,000 fridge.
I feel like Shinzo Abe would like know a ritual to get rid of you, though.
Yeah, you're
I feel
right,
like
you're
he'd
right.
Go
banish
ahead,
you.
Nancy.
He's too
Call
base.
the FBI. What are you going to do? Unshit your office? Huh?
You shit her own. Wait, you shit her own pants for her. She's just constantly shitting her pants.
I'd haunt AOC
Yeah, that's
so
right.
I could
Call
so I
Hey,
could
shut up,
surreptitiously.
Nancy
The
can't-
ghost, George the ghost.
I
is
would
talking.
haunt Ben Shapiro, and I'd have the best fucking time with it. Oh my god, that.
Oh,
was
Well,
no.
yeah,
so
all you
bad.
would do is constantly text him. Let's say hypothetically,
Like, oh my gosh. Oh
I'd
my
for
haunt-
god.
the sake of the
I'd haunt
argument.
AOC and sell her feet pics on the
No,
dark
you
web
whisper. No, you go to Ben Shapiro
and take
you
payments in
whisper-
my cryptocurrency Ghost Coin. Hashtag is going to the moon, guys.
And you go, so you haunt Ben Shapiro and you like whisper in his ear every single time he looks at a picture of AOC. I wonder what her feet look like. Just
I
to
will
plant
haunt
it in his
Ben
head.
Bernanke and force his accounts to eternally buy Coom coin.
I like it.
Just
Who would
some
you
random
haunt?
Reddit shit coin.
I feel like I would haunt.
Yes.
I would definitely haunt Ronald Reagan.
But he's dead, dog.
No.
Yeah, you'd be with him. You'd be
No,
with
dude,
him
he
haunting.
It would just
definitely
be
on that.
you and Reagan like
No,
performing weird
no.
pranks on people.
Reagan is alive, right? You know how he was talking about building space lasers? You know,
Uh-huh.
like in the 80s? He's up there
Oh.
on the space
Oh,
lasers that they haven't
you're
told you
right.
about. Yeah.
Like in Iron Skies.
Yeah. You know, and they're
Dude, he's
talking
the
about
motherfucker
Dude.
messing with our weather with his space
Oh my
lasers.
god. Oh my god. You're fucking right.
Yeah, you know, all the UFOs they're talking about, those are just fucking
It's just
Ronald
Reagan
Reagan.
flying around in the
Yeah.
atmosphere.
No, he's
It's just
cloned
Ronald
himself.
Reagan.
He's cloned himself. He's about to make America Ronald Reagan again. He's about to replace
Ooh, I love
everybody.
it, I love it, I love it. What about you, JR? Who would you want?
Ooh, no, I thought I said earlier Boris Johnson because I think
Why?
it would be funny.
What would you do to him?
I don't know. I just do really kind of like
You would constantly whisper him good things about Michael Gove.
He'd straighten his hair.
no, it's not isn't it pronounced Gove or something?
What?
No, it's Gove. You
Oh,
fucking
Gove. Oh.
European.
Oh no, shit. Never mind. I was thinking of something else. Okay. Either way though, what I want to talk about is I want to bring this back to a 4th of July related topic.
This is very 4th of July related. There's a
Shut
lot
up.
of people that died for this country, and we're trying to commemorate that by
We're
talking
going to
about those.
discuss. What we are going to do is we are going to discuss now. I just want to hear, at least for a little bit, Chicago's take and Georgia's take, somewhat serious on the 1619 project, quote unquote, quotes around project.
Why only
Well,
that?
I mean, I don't really have any serious takes on them because I don't take them seriously.
But too many people do.
So again, hashtag KYS Jamestown fact.
So mean.
George?
I mean, the most parsimonious explanation is just blood libel against white people. I mean, that's the simplest explanation. So, you know, the truth of the matter doesn't really... I mean, the fact of the matter doesn't matter to these people. It's just a weapon to justify, you know, more punishment being applied to conservative whites. Otherwise, like, the explanation...
What if it's just a giant troll? What if they're
Well, no,
literally... The entire
it was
1619
just a
project is
troll.
trolling the boomercons.
No, libertarians troll, okay? They don't actually... Libertarians troll. They don't actually, like, do anything to, like, justify, like, destroying their enemies, like libs do.
I don't know. No, those would be technically ANCAPs. Never mind. I was thinking of sovereign citizens.
No,
And-
they troll to destroy themselves.
I'm
Anyway.
a citizen of the earth. You dare pull me over for going 85 and a 25 hitting those school children?
Sir, I
Bang,
wasn't
bang, bang, bang,
speeding.
bang.
Sir, I wasn't speeding. I was traveling, okay?
I love that shit so
Under
much.
maritime law.
Oh my god. It's like,
I
oh,
was simply
I'm not-
traveling at 155 miles an hour on the wrong lane with a bucket of ketamine in the passenger seat. I'm simply a traveler.
But no,
so much.
so you actually want to talk about the history just for like shiggles. I mean, I already said that the facts of the matter don't matter because if people with power are going to believe it because it'll justify what they want to do anyway. Slavery was not... I don't know, going forward, slavery became less and less relevant to the economy of the overall United States. We could talk about the Civil War and how sectionalism ultimately led to it. But, you know, that could be talked about later. But yeah, slavery wasn't... Over time, slavery became less and less an integral part of the U.S. economy, so... Yeah, it's bunk, I guess.
Yeah, that's like... Well, no, the thing is... Okay, so should the whole, like... Because I know you have the people who are talking about, like CRT and the 1619 project taking over schools. Like, how accurate is that exactly? Because there was some like shit going on in my county about that
Loudoun
too.
County.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. About how, like, yeah, like, I mean, is that...
To my knowledge, there are certain schools wherein it's not... They're not necessarily teaching CRT and intersectionality like verbatim, but it's more so like...
Gotta trickle down.
It's like take this math problem. It's like Jerome is stopped 112 times by police.
Base.
William is stopped
Base.
twice by police in 1 year. What's the percentage that the black man Jerome was stopped by police versus what the white man William was stopped by police? Shit like that, you know?
That's
So it's like they're not teaching CRT, but they're basing their teachings within the actual theories and ideology. So they're not teaching it like, verbatim from the books. Like they're not reading Robin DiAngelo to 5th graders.
Oh yeah, that's because the legislatures that are
Nobody likes
legislatures that are
nobody likes Robin DiAngelo though. Not even like a lot of woke people. Like
I get it, but that's what I'm saying more so. It's the general curriculum, but it's steeped from that perspective.
Yeah,
and that's the issue.
The legislatures that are banning so-called CRT,
they're going to do nothing.
They're not banning like you can't teach I don't know whatever CRT scholars. I don't remember any of them off the top of my head right now, but they aren't banning like they aren't like saying you can't teach CRT. You can't teach things that instill collective guilt or racialized language or stuff like that, like adjectives that you could use to describe CRT curriculum.
No, which may somewhat work, but the big thing is going to be some school districts this is going to be extremely prevalent in, while others it's not going to be as. What's going to be the biggest thing is what's going to happen when Loudoun County spreads, like the issues that are happening in Loudoun County. Because you have, like if I had a 5th grader, they go to school, first day of school, they come back, I'm like, what did you learn today? It's like, I learned that all white people are evil. I'm going to lose my fucking mind as a parent. And you're going to have moms that vote Democrat, that absolutely hate Trump, spit on the ground he walks on. But when they hear their kids say shit like that, they're going to absolutely lose their fucking minds.
Well, I think homeschool is exploding right now.
Yes, I absolutely agree. And that to me, I forget what state does it, but like, for example, like state A, every child is allotted through tax dollars $10,000, right? And that's what pays for them to go to public school. So circumvent public school, and that goes straight to an educational fund for that child, and it can be utilized in public, private, or homeschooling. That to me is a much more, I like that. I forget what state does it though.
I think that, well, I kind of like the German model of education where they have actually like different high schools for different capabilities of children.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to.
Well, it's more of a Japanese.
You're not allowed to homeschool in Germany.
I like homeschooling a lot. I think,
do too.
or co-ops, because I get that a lot of people like homeschooling is very easy if you have a stay-at-home parent. So for parents wherein you have both parents working, either part or full time, I think co-ops, like a more Montessori-based co-op with your wider community, is a much better thing.
Back when I was homeschooled, when I was younger, I went to a co-op.
Yeah,
I did the physics class, and the physics class was good. And then I did an earth science class, but I left that co-op halfway through the earth science class because they were teaching young earth creationism, and that really annoyed me.
And that shit sucks. That shit's weird. But I'm saying, like,
not even Catholics
you and like
do that.
30 other parents
Dude, no, Catholics
pull your
don't even
time and
believe in young earth
resources to make
creationism.
your own.
They know it's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's
we were
one
the
thing
first
that
ones
does-
to debunk Earth.
Because no, you guys basically created empirical science. So.
Shit, but that is one thing that does bother me about a lot of co-ops. I love the idea of co-ops, but a lot of them are extremely religious, which to me, I don't like. I'm an atheist
in the wrong way.
Yes,
is a better term.
and mine is also. I'm personally an atheist. However, I'd much rather send my child to like a non-denominational or private Catholic school than I would to a public school. Just because the education that's provided and because of the actual, I honestly think that
the non-denominational school, I'll just say this from experience because I unfortunately had to go there for 1 year. And no, almost all of them are like they say they're non-denominational, but they're essentially like
Baptist.
All the Protestants into one, and that's what they are.
Regardless, I would
like
personally like.
Usually means they're like Baptist or Pentecostal or something.
Yes.
Yeah, most of the time they do come from those camps.
However, what more so I'm getting at, I would like to see as people move away from public schooling, a move towards like true non-denominational
which
co-ops,
will never happen.
Wherein it's not based in religion, and I can pool my resources with all the other parents in my community so we can help teach the kids without sending them to public school.
Maybe instead of non-denominational, non-sectarian might be a better way of saying it.
I mean, well, like for example, in my perfect world, there would be like I wouldn't have any religious parents in my non-denominational one. Like they'd all be atheists. But
Yeah, I was about to
that's not
say.
going to happen. You
And,
know,
and
so
then I'm like, go to France if you want that.
like, but that's not going to happen. So I'd very much so like where it's just like the goal isn't to convert the children into any ideology or religion, but just like we're pooling our resources to help teach the kids. And our goal isn't to have this be a Bible school, just
So
as an
the-
alternative to public school. That
Yeah,
isn't-
and most Catholic schools do that. Like we're not.
Yes, and that's what I meant when I'd rather my child, if I had to choose, go to Catholic school than public school.
Yeah, like I admittedly did not like going to Catholic school just because all my friends were in the public school.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went to Catholic school, there was like no difference in quality of education from either one and what they were teaching. It was all the same.
Mm-hmm. But especially considering now, I don't want my child absolutely not to go to public schooling.
Here's the main problem with homeschooling is that your kid's gonna be weird. Like you're gonna have a socially like you were very much risking having a
Let me
socially
take it from here,
retarded
Rob.
child.
Basically, if you homeschool your kid's going to become the politicrat.
I see where you're coming from, Mop, but that's why it's important to be involved in a co-op wherein they're
Okay.
around a ton of other kids. It's
Yeah,
essentially
okay,
just a
sure.
smaller, like I don't just mean I'm gonna live in the woods in a fucking log cabin with no electricity and it's just me and my kid for the next 20 years.
And besides that, you can also like throw them in like a little league or
Oh
some
shit!
other
Yeah.
sports.
It's like you're going to become like Bobby Boucher.
I,
But
Nope. Is Beppis really the only one who got the reference?
regardless of that,
I was
that's why I'm a
home-
fan more
I
so
was
of
homeschooled.
co-ops because you have
I was
all the
homeschooled.
other
My mama
kids.
taught me that the alligator. What was it? The
I'm gonna stab you, JR. I'm coming to your house right
the
now.
amygdala. God, I forget what it was, but it was like the. I can't quote that movie. That's like one movie I can't quote. Never
Want to
mind.
see the hat that I'm making?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Ezzy in Chicago, are you still with us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Tell us
Perfect.
what's your opinion on the 1619 project and like.
You've kept
basically-
on asking me this, and it's not going to change.
Do you like the hat that I'm making, Mop?
Let me see. That's a good hat.
Thanks,
I'm
dog.
liking it.
Thank you.
Like, JR, you're not going to be getting another opinion from me for the 1619 project. It is kill yourself, Jamestown fag.
But yeah. Like, is it part of some sort of like coordinated secret effort to like change the fabric of the country?
No, it's just that conservatives are
wait,
too
wait,
No, this is
Wait,
anything
I got
about it.
one thing to say to JR. But yeah.
No, it's just Well, see, you're in the Mandela effect where it was 1776, but somebody's Mandela effect universe is 1694 or whatever. So you know.
Well, they can get fucked.
It's like a Borgian horror story.
They can go fuck themselves.
So,
Terrible.
no, I think this is just a natural conclusion of the Civil Rights Act and like the thinking that like led to it, which is kind of a hot take.
Well, I mean, you're
but-
talking
I
No,
guess
I mean,
maybe
that's
there
not
was no
relevant,
like,
in-
person
MLK,
on this panel who wants the
MLK,
Civil Rights Act
Malcolm
repealed
X.
in its entirety
But MLK and Malcolm X, who literally talked about like in
are
their
both
speeches and stuff.
communists. The end.
Yeah, they're both
Not
communists.
Malcolm
and-
X. Not Malcolm X.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
okay,
No,
National
Malcolm X is a
Socialist.
com-
Okay, sure.
Communist. But he's right that we should just have them all go back.
No, but anyway, so not
Terrible.
even they,
You're
not
all
even they
fucking
would be in support of
terrible.
like the 1619 project.
And
No, I'm
I've
just
been
saying,
told
not
it's
even they
terrible all
would be
the
in
time
support
on
of it.
Twitter.
That's
Literally
how,
doesn't phase me if you think that.
Terrible.
No,
Thumbs
they would
down.
totally. No,
Thumbs down. Sad face. How could you?
No, they
Very
would-
disappointment.
they would support the 1619 project. If they're around today, they'd give the
I'm
thumbs
sorry,
up.
dog. They're fucking
They'd
dead.
also-
They can't
they'd also
speak
endorse
if they
buck
wouldn't
breaking.
endorse it or not. They're fucking dead, dog. They're dead. So,
So what if
speaking
they're
of dead people,
Wonderful.
back to ghosts. Let's talk about creatures. Okay, so I really
Um,
like
This
cryptid
is
type.
about It's about America, so we have to specifically talk about
That's
America.
fine. Let's talk about Wendigos and Skinwalkers and shit like that.
Cool.
Talk about American
Actually,
folklore.
I have a
Based.
ghost story, a secondhand
Yes,
ghost
yes,
story.
Yes, George, tell
So,
you that
anyways,
story.
so in college, I had some roommates, and some of them were black. You know, keep it with some of them.
We turn the lights off and we can only see their teeth.
Ooh, we saw
anyways,
could
I
be
keep
called
up
an
with- I keep
African
up with
American.
some of them. I keep with some of them, and they say, and you know, one of them calls me and he says, "Hey, George, I had this really odd experience. You know, I was at my house over the summer, you know, hanging out with my parents, and there were some ghosts in my front yard, and they set a cross on fire. And I thought it was very strange."
I don't think that actually happened.
I don't know.
Forgive me, but I feel a little
That sounds like some really fun ghosts. I don't know what to tell you.
It's inexplicable. You know, I told him you should get some ghost hunters.
The afterlife is full of
his
gamers
house
spawned.
haunted.
Shut up. Full of gamers. They go straight to hell. They don't even get to hang out in purgatory. Horrible.
But yes, Wendigos.
Dude, why is it that like in every single culture there's a similar like legend or creature or scary spooky boogeyman story of an extremely emaciated humanoid figure that eats people?
That's
Because
of the fallen
cannibalism
nature
is a
of
thing in
man.
every culture.
Yeah.
So yes, it's probably because of some gay psychological shit like that, but I'd like to think that they're actually out there.
You know,
maybe.
You see, I don't like to think that. Because I
Well,
want to
you
move
know,
to rural
I like-
Wyoming.
You know what
And
I
there's
do?
a lot of them in rural Wyoming.
I know there is. You know what I like to do? Whenever I'm working in the south end of where I work, I'll drive through the state park and I'll put like a spooky story on about these creatures, and I'll just be driving through the woods and be like, oh man, take my rifle out of the rack, and be like, oh man.
Oh god, oh man.
the best way
Your
to avoid
rifle by your
skinwalkers
side.
is either to is definitely to sexually harass them. Like say,
The
oh no,
Wendigos?
yeah, oh no, I hope a sexy
Sexually
Wendigo doesn't come and touch my
Harass
ass.
skinwalkers.
You know?
Doesn't come rip me apart.
I hope a sexy Wendigo doesn't touch my butt cheeks. You know, like
Hey, no,
it'll make
no,
them too
that's-
uncomfortable and they'll leave you alone.
They might
No,
just
that's
end
the
up doing that, you're right.
that's the ghost of southern white men trying to break back.
Well, they
black
got
men.
turned into Wendigos because they starved to death in the Appalachian Mountains, and like the Wendigo spirit overtook them, and they're like creatures now. Hanging the Goat Man, we forgot about that motherfucker hanging
Oh, yeah.
out in the Appalachians.
The goat
Yep.
man.
He's a more southern derivative of the Wendigo.
my
I
friend's
like
a
it.
big Mothman believer, but that's kind of a
Ooh,
different thing.
I'm not really into the Mothman, dog. Not really into that one.
He's kind of a prophet of doom of some sort, you know?
You know, my favorite thing about the Mothman is that he may or may not have been spotted at Chernobyl before it exploded.
Dog,
Yeah.
you fucking right. Mothman doesn't give me the heebie-jeebies in the same way that like a Wendigo or like one of the Alaskan stick men does.
I swear to God, I saw Mothman in your mom's bedroom last night.
No, Mom,
Is this a-
don't say that.
is this a sign
She's
of-
gonna die.
She did, yeah. I'm sorry for your loss, homie. Something happened last night.
I was gonna mail you a hat handmade by my own
Oh.
hands, and now you're the harbinger of my mother's death, and I
Not
don't
your
know how
mom.
I feel about
No, I'm not bullying your mom.
that. Okay.
No, it's
Then I'll still mail you a hat.
It's everybody else's mom.
I saw a
thank God.
Mothman. I saw a Mothman in my liquor cabinet.
A moth
I
or
know.
just a Mothman?
No, Mothman. I saw I saw
Does he have
Mothman.
a human amenities or moth amenities?
Ms. Desi in Chicago. So
What?
you're Japanese.
Yeah?
Did you know
Don't
that?
talk
Did you
about
know that Did you know that Mothman fought Gamera
Oh.
once?
Cool.
Can you be
But I
my
think it's-
Asian
Wow.
wife? If I'm
Mothra.
Wow.
wait.
Not
Can
I
Can
think
you
you're
be my-
talking about
no,
Mothra,
no.
my man.
Can you be
yes,
my
Mothra.
Can you be my
Mothra.
Can you be
Yeah,
my
that's
hot
Mothra,
Asian
you
wife?
dumb retard.
Can you be my hot Asian wife? Because I'm a libertarian guy who needs a hot Asian wife.
No.
No, that's
KYS fad.
Come on.
that's the
Can anybody
neo-Nazi.
here be my designated driver?
What do you look like when you do your makeup?
Kind of
up?
hungry.
What?
Let's eat people. Let's talk about cannibalism.
I'm okay with cannibalism.
So,
I'm
okay.
on gang
Does
cannibalism.
anything okay? So whenever I read about the people that crashed in the Andes, and like it took them like 2 weeks to finally like break down and start eating the frozen bodies. Does that bother anybody else that it took them that long to start eating those people?
2 hours?
No, like like to me it's like my stomach starts to grumble and we're cutting into Chad.
Just a piece.
Just a little piece.
I think. Well, who are we eating? Like, if
No,
we have
okay, we were okay. So all of us
Greedy
are on a
polluted
plane.
rat.
We're all on a plane, and the plane crashes in the Andes, and George and JR die.
Okay, yeah. So there are casualties. Like, we don't need to murder.
No,
anybody for
we're
the
not
meal.
killing people. They're already dead.
Okay.
So which one do we eat first, George or JR?
I don't know how. I know what JR looks like. I don't know how fat George is.
Yeah, this is a thing. You know, who do you eat the skinnier one first? Or do you eat the fatter one first?
Ooh. Well, we
Ooh,
need the calories because we're in a northern region. We're like high altitude. We're probably burning through 5,000 calories just to stay alive at this point.
I
Because
feel
of the
like
altitude.
I feel like the one with the worst diet, like who eats more processed foods, would be much more well preserved on the inside. You know.
Well, they're frozen. There's not a time constraint. There's
Okay, they're frozen. They're frozen. They can heat them up like a chicken nugget. I get you.
Yeah, in the jet fuel.
Well, then I would eat like whoever has a better, more natural diet first. I eat the vegan first, probably.
I mean,
don't
they're
think
probably
either
just skin and
George or
bones,
JR are
so I don't think
vegan.
you'll be getting
Who's
much off of
more grain fed here?
Yeah, like who's healthier?
No,
What do you eat every day,
who's
George?
who's marbled? Who has a marbled fat?
Ooh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Ooh,
who's
maybe George.
who's sedentary like Wagyu beef?
I don't know. I'll go to the butcher and I'll ask, hey, would I be USDA approved?
How many daily steps do you get in? If it's under
Yeah.
2,000, you're definitely getting cooked first.
JR, how much do you move around at Barnes and Noble?
What?
How much do you move around? How much do you move around in your daily activities?
When I go to bookstores,
Yeah, just in your day. Like, how much activity do you get on an average day?
I mean, I read at bookstores.
No, I'm at physical activity.
Physical activity. Hold on.
Reading is a physical activity.
Yeah,
for
reading
the
is
brain.
reading definitely is.
So we're gonna eat JR first. That's the answer, Mo.
Yeah, we're eating JR first.
I mean, George is definitely fatter than I am.
That's okay, but you've indicated that you don't walk around as much, so you're a lot more tender.
I mean, I just went for a run.
No, yeah, cardio makes the meat really chewy.
Yeah, but only
Yeah.
one run will not make your muscles that tense.
That's
just
why I
saying.
said, like, on average, how often do you run?
Oh, I started running again more often. I hike a lot.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
have to eat George
All right,
first.
then we're eating George.
Hey, he has those nice, firm, tender legs.
JR or
No.
George?
JR.
What? You've never met me before.
That's
No,
okay.
I'm
I'm sure
just
you have
guessing
very
because if
tender
you go
legs. I'm
hiking,
sure you're. Yeah.
Hey, trust me, I know what my legs look like from ruck marches and running like every other day.
Yeah,
so
but
I
is
can-
that
I
good
can guess.
eating? Is that good eating? That might be kind of tough and gamey.
Politicrat, what's your max squat?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't squatted in a while.
Squat right
Okay.
now.
No.
I
Just do a quick
have,
squat.
look, I have. If anyone has the tender legs, I have the tender legs.
Yeah, we might
Because
have
I-
to eat you first.
How
No,
much
that's
do you
already
squat?
established. Last time was like three plate.
So actually, like, what's the weight?
A plate of 45. Wow,
Yeah.
how much is? Yeah, okay.
Oh,
And then-
Like
and then
315,
so
I think.
the bar is 60 normally.
I thought the bar was
Um,
45.
Oh, the bars I use are normally 60.
Whip out the calculator.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the mental math. So that's, you have 6 45 plates then, I'm guessing. So that's 6 times 45 plus 45.
It was 315.
So actually, yeah, 45 just times 7.
We already have the answer. Pencils down.
Okay.
315.
Cox
yeah,
away.
Cox
I-
away.
My normal mid-range squat is about 360. My heaviest deadlift is about 420. And my average bench is about 150.
Very nice. So,
I have to work out for my living, so I can get away with that.
Me too, dog. I feel you.
Oh, weird. Blickrat just dropped out.
That's okay.
Oh,
This
hell
happens
yeah.
to him sometimes. It's just like last time, Moff.
Yeah, we took over
Now
the
it's
stream and you couldn't get back in. Yeah, this is our stream now. I am the Cookies. You can be the
God damn
captain
it.
too.
We have
You can be the
seized
co-captain.
the means of streaming.
Oh
I'm
shit!
the
no, you're not.
co-captain.
Yeah.
That's
Jerry,
okay, I
you're
like
not the
that.
captain of the stream anymore.
Yeah, sorry, it's
Okay.
Moff. We've elected
Yeah, we're
Moff.
No, where's Sigma? I haven't seen Sigma in a while.
Smegma
Yeah.
Sigma's good.
based.
Sigma balls.
Sigma-
Sigmoid. My friend
Sigma
Sigmoid.
balls.
Sigma's one
Smegma
of the
is
two
pretty
viewers
good.
right
I
now.
enjoy Smegma.
Sigma says hi, Cookies. Everybody says
Sigma.
hi. Everybody on the server says hi.
Are you guys on right now?
Yeah,
Oh. I might
Are they
go
watching?
pop-
they were. I don't think they are anymore. They were. Yeah, they said hi.
We will go there and we will go there shortly to speak with them.
Good.
What?
Who?
JR, did you piss?
Who?
No, I was flushing something
Who?
that wasn't
No,
flushed.
you just went poop. You just went poop.
Oh, fuck, is that cloth?
You just went poop. I swear to God, why does this always happen? Why do you always make us listen to you?
Oh, no, you
in a
just
bath?
gotta hold it down
I've
a little
listened to
bit.
you take a
gotta hold
bath.
it
I've
down.
listened to
There
you
we
take a
go.
piss. I swear to fucking God, you better wash your gross ass hands. You use a bidet.
Okay, Mom.
You don't understand.
Oh,
Like,
you're
okay,
gonna
a long
get-
time
you're gonna
ago,
get
a long
banned.
time ago, there was this fat man named Pete that we were all knew. Whether or not we were friends with
we were new him. Yeah.
yes, and it was Pete, JR, and I were all talking, and like as we're talking, we hear a trickle, and we kind of stop, and we just listen to JR piss. It was a very big bonding moment before Pete tried to dox us all.
That's true.
Very true. We'll remember that till the day I fucking die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, JR, please do not take a shit on stream ever again.
At least put your cam on.
Yeah, either monetize it or don't. You know, the full send or no send, as it were.
Like you gotta take you put your cam on, and then you have to show us a picture of what it looks like in the bowl.
Okay, how many people do you think they would demonetize? Okay,
It's
what if Joe
educational.
Biden? What if Joe Biden like actually delivered a presidential address from the toilet, and like not because he wanted to,
So
not
What if he
because
basically
pooped his
goes full
diaper?
LBJ?
What if he pooped his diaper on stage?
Yeah, that's what I mean. What if Joe Biden pooped his? Joe Biden totally wears a diaper.
No, he does. Who do you
Um,
think changes him? Do you
Jill?
think it's Jill?
Jerry Nadler.
Kamala.
No, I don't think Kamala changes him.
She doesn't seem like the type of person who.
You don't think they have a hairless clone army in the White House, like taking care
Well,
of
like
all the
like in
manual
Full
labor?
Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Attack of the
Yeah.
Clones, but it's just
Hey,
geriatric old
no,
people.
they have eunuchs in the back that do all that, like the
Oh,
Chinese.
okay, you know that makes sense. There's tons of just Uyghur.
You know the
slaves.
Chinese still have eunuchs that like do shit.
Is that what happened to you?
Of course they do.
Yeah,
It's a euphemism for when he got hit by that car.
yeah.
Right in the balls. You have to look both ways with your balls when you're crossing the street.
That's so mean.
Alcoholism is stored in the balls.
Bruh, it's fat soluble.
The
Who left?
testicles are entirely made of
George.
fat.
What?
Oh, George left.
Yay.
Fat balls.
Bam, bam.
Bam bam.
Yeah.
Bam
no-
bam.
Oh fuck.
What
Ah.
happened?
Donald Trump won. Oh shit! Remember Hillary
Donald
Clinton's
Trump
book?
won the presidency. It just came out, guys. He's
Hillary
retaking the
Clinton's
White House,
book?
right?
Hillary Clinton wrote a book called "What Happened," and the book was basically just her coping.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you, 2017. Very cool.
You're welcome. You know what? That was really, really gracious of you. You're welcome.
I enjoyed it, JR. I appreciated what you had to say.
So, okay, so which president do you think has like upheld
The
American-
hottest ass. Like, which one do you think has the juice?
I mean, I know it's the
Oh,
easy answer.
I think we
obviously
had-
William Howard Taft.
Dude, that's what the fuck I've been saying.
Dummy thick. He's stuck in the bathtub.
Dummy thick
Vice
Taft.
president. Help the vice president. I'm stuck in the bathtub.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Joe Biden slips in the bath like that one time. What did he say? Like that he slipped in the bath and like grabbed his dog's tail. But he just help me, Kamala. I've slipped in the bath. I'm stuck.
I can't get up.
Don't put Kamala Harris pegging Joe Biden into my mind.
Joe Biden
Wow,
just
this
needs
was a
one
fucking-
Help
this
me,
is-
step
it's-
president.
Help me, step president.
Joe Biden.
Oh my gosh.
How many congressmen do you think have Life Alert?
Half of them, they're all like
Several.
fucking 80, bro. The
Definitely
median
all the
age of
Democratic
Congress is
elite.
like 5,000.
Terrible.
They're fucking
I probably guess
petrified.
Chuck Schumer.
Half of
at
fucking Congress are just Judas's former classmates. Like fuck.
They had schools back then?
Yeah.
Wait, boomers had wives?
No, he said Jude.
They shouldn't.
Who just flushed the toilet again?
Jer, you're not. You
Who
just
just
shit
pooped
twice?
again? Who
I'm
just
not
pooped
using. I'm actually
again?
not using the bathroom.
What are
Who's
you flushing?
What? That's
Jer,
for
you
me to
can't
know.
gaslight us into thinking you didn't just take a fat shit.
No, I
Like,
didn't. I
was the
wish I
first
did
was
earlier.
the first flush just a courtesy flush, and have you still just been in the bathroom this whole time?
Every time he's just on the shitter.
At one time we streamed, he was in the bathtub.
No, we didn't stream. We weren't streaming.
Oh, you were just in the bathtub.
I was just in the bathtub. I haven't been on the bathtub in a while.
Go take a bath.
Nah, tomorrow.
Just
Live stream
Okay.
it too.
Go make some you soup, homie.
dude, just take tons of ramen and put it in the bath with you.
The fucking
I do-
human ramen from Filthy Frank.
Dude, that shit's so gross.
I can go for that though. I have a pallet of ramen in my garage that I got when like the big rungus happened, and we thought like all the foods like
Hey
supply would
man,
collapse.
hey man, you're gonna be sitting pretty with food and calories, not nutrients, but calories.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
Who needs
worthless
nutrients
calories.
anyways?
You know,
Um,
you can eat some just dirt and you'll get your nutrients. Okay, dirt and bugs mixed into your ramen, and you're gonna be fine.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Oregon.
Yeah,
My
just-
my
just
brother
roast
left
your
a bunch,
cockroaches.
a lot of like fucking, just bags of meal replacement powder, so I could just eat that.
There we go. Just put the protein
Yeah.
powder right in your fucking ramen. Talk about bone broth.
Oh my god! I will try that, and I will post results about my protein ramen
I
tomorrow.
am very, very excited. Is it flavorless or flavored?
It is flavorless.
Oh, you're gonna have so much nutrients.
No, no,
so
trust
much
me.
nutrients.
You,
That's
you
true.
need to get the Reese's
You're gonna
flavored
overdose.
protein powder.
Oh yeah. Oh, this brings us back to our talk about Elf and having some spaghetti with chocolate.
Oh, that's
Uh,
foul, but that's true.
yeah.
Chicken
Well,
and
why would it-
chocolate.
What? No. You're still gonna put the chicken flavoring in?
I mean, yeah, that's what makes it ramen.
Chicken and
you
chocolate.
don't put in the
You gonna
flavor
put a
powder,
fried
just
egg? You gonna put a
spaghetti.
fried egg on top too? So well,
Hey, no, that's actually good. That's
This
actually
is
really
like
good. in the
this.
ramen.
This Fourth
I
of
know
July.
it is.
This Fourth
I
of
love
July
fried egg
stream
on
has
ramen.
degenerated into a midnight stream before.
Yeah,
even,
well, you shouldn't have invited me on because we're allowed mob because
Oh,
we have a
Hey,
good
do we
time.
actually want to get on topic? Like, should we talk about U.S. intervention in the Middle East?
no,
Uh,
no.
But that's
we could-
America.
Wait, let's all do 30 seconds of our ideas about globalist activities around the globe.
Global homo.
Yes. What do you think of U.S. interventionism? Go.
It's kind of.
Oy
U.S.
vey.
Like-
influence.
I think it's bad, poopy, yucky, yuck.
it's kind of poopy.
Yeah, I'd say it's a little poopy butted, like some people.
Is that a
JR.
Rick and Morty reference? Yeah.
No, I'm saying that you just took a shit while you were talking to all of us.
I did not.
Then what were you flushing?
That was a courtesy.
Twice?
How many of
How
those
You had
long is your
two
shit?
courtesy
do you
How
flushes.
long
need,
is your
nigga?
shit?
How much fiber did you have?
A whole pallet's worth of ramen.
That's
That's
no
what-
Wait, have you
fiber.
guys seen the
Fiber.
fucking green
Just
text on
diarrhea?
4chan about the guy who ate nothing but fiber for like
Oh,
3
no, no, no.
days?
Wait,
and
wait,
he
I
took a
remember. I
monster
did encounter a
shit.
demon. I encountered a demon at work. I work at a restaurant, and I check up on the bathrooms, make sure they're clean sometimes, you know. It's not my
Yeah.
job, but no one does it, so it
Yeah.
is de facto my job. And I checked on the stall in the men's room, and I don't know what type of demon can clog a toilet with diarrhea, but somebody
God,
did
girl.
that.
Yeah.
Girl, it was just so much that it just built up entirely.
Literally,
You
that
know
was
what?
like
I'll have days like that. I
Some
completely understand.
foul beast
I
came into the
complete- you know
restaurant
what, it
and
was
ate two
probably
whole
me.
racks of ribs.
It was
you ate,
probably me.
You ate the whole cow and drank a gallon of barbecue sauce
You know
and
what?
shitted
That
so
sounds
hard in
exactly
the men's
like me.
restroom.
That sounds like me every day. Every day that I eat anything, it's just constant diarrhea. I have horrible gut health.
Hell yeah, your microbiome's a macrobiome right now. You just got a
Fuck
fucking
yeah,
tree
dude.
in
Dude,
there.
it
Eat a
sucks because I
shitload of
eat-
yogurt then.
I do. I eat so fucking healthy, but no matter what, it's just constant diarrhea. I probably have
You
like
might
a
want to
like a
get
fucking.
that checked.
I probably have like little parasites. like
Yeah, probably.
this from drinking swamp water.
Yeah.
Do you guys how bad do you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can
can
hear
hear
you.
you. It's just
Wow,
fine.
really? Because I have a door. I'm outside and you guys are inside, and I have a
I'm
door. between
literally
us.
driving
What
at 75
the
miles
fuck
an
are you
hour
talking
right now, so-
Oh God! If I had my phone, I'd take a picture.
Are you in the 7-Eleven bathroom, JR?
Dude, he just took a mad shit in the 7-Eleven bathroom.
That poor
took a
Indian
massive
guy
shit
got
and is
to
now
clean that
on the
up
run.
now.
Hey, that's racist.
Why is it racist
Oh,
to
it-
run
it
out of the
wasn't true.
7-Eleven after shitting and destroying
Oh,
their
shit,
bathroom?
okay. So did you know that like woke people hate immigration and assimilation also?
Yes,
Yeah.
because they
Base
want everybody to be
woke
cookie. They want everybody to be cookie cutter, not unique in their own cultural identity.
Yes.
And then
Yeah,
that's
no.
why.
But that's why they got rid of the Indian guy from The Simpsons. I mean, like, no one watches The Simpsons anymore, but still, they got rid of the
Australian people do. They all
You
love
know
it.
why Indian people do that is because it's a secure source of income. You're always going to need gas stations. That's why most of them end up running and owning
Oh
a gas
no,
station.
small business owners, how dare they?
Small business owners are racist. It's
How-
racist.
how dare
it's
Indian-
racist to depict an immigrant successful small business owner.
Yeah,
Yep.
how fucking dare they? What? You mean this Middle Eastern guy runs a shawarma shop? How fucking dare you?
How
Terrible.
dare this Middle Eastern guy also run a taxi company over here?
And they serve you shawarma in the taxi.
You know, I would pay good money
And
for
then
that
they
service.
drive
That
it.
sounds like an
Dude,
amazing service.
Me too. Dude, I could go for some shawarma right now. Let's all go get shawarma. Meet at my
Okay.
house in 10.
Hell yeah. I'll
Dude,
fly
I
out.
wish. Could you imagine? I'd be so fucking
If I was
Hey,
a billionaire, I'd have a
secret
shawarma
ending to the
helicopter.
first Avengers.
I'd be so happy.
Never had shawarma.
Oh,
Neither.
come to my house, JR. I'll take you to get shawarma. I can make it homemade. It'll be nice and fun. You too, Mop.
Hell
You
yeah.
guys can come too, I guess.
Hey, if you guys want German Kuchen, just come to my
It's
place.
definitely not going to be human shawarma that we put you on a shish kebab for, but make sure you
Dude,
haven't
dude,
walked a lot in the
okay.
last
Oh, wait,
few
did,
weeks.
did,
I-
George, did George leave because we said we'd eat him?
No.
No. He
No,
The
just
if
first
you
took
time
off.
I've
fuck
made
off.
someone leave a stream because I've threatened to eat them.
Falls into this conversation every time with us. Huh?
You know, I'm actually not hungry. I had 4th of July burger and hot dog today, so you know.
Bruh, I made chicken and then I got a tummy ache. I don't know if it's the chicken that gave me the tummy ache, but gosh, I'm gonna find out in the next 2
Oh,
to
yeah.
6 hours.
I food poisoned myself really bad the other day.
I'm so sorry. That shit sucks.
It was totally my fault though.
I got
because-
a. Oh
but
no,
I-
you go.
My friend gave me some fish.
It's
and I
always
was-
fish, ain't it?
Well, I was like, I'm gonna make ceviche, and the ceviche was really good day 1, really good day 2. Forgot about it for 4 days. And
Then you
it's in my
had it?
fridge.
Oh
And
my
then I
God.
did eat a lot of raw salmon out of my fridge.
Honey,
Yeah.
oh my
Wow,
god.
No.
This
And
one
then-
time I went to
Leave it to the experts.
this one time I went to Big Boy and I got a tuna melt and then I threw up
What's a
several
Big Boy?
times. Big Boy?
What's Big Boy?
Oh my gosh. One second.
You never heard of Big Boy?
No.
It's wait.
Here,
okay,
here.
is it a burger
Here,
place
look,
for you
look.
too?
Look. Here, share my screen, JR.
My computer's in my house, and I'm outside.
You suck.
Is it a burger place like I'm knowing my Big Boy?
Yeah,
Big
it's a
Boy.
burger.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
I'm just
being
making sure.
facetious.
Because
I
I
know
don't
what
know
Big
if
Boy
you
is.
I don't know if everybody has the same Big Boy though. Like
Why would
America's a
it-
big country.
Well, no, I'm assuming like Big Boy, it has like, it's just like American food. It's just like a diner, like the less ethnic
Oh,
version
the-
of a Coney
the Big-
Island.
A less
The big
ethnic
boy.
version of a Midwestern diner.
Unless
Yeah,
that's the
because
version of
Coney
Midwest
Islands.
emo.
The
Coney
big boy
Island.
that I have is a drive-through, and it's like a small chain, but
What
it's,
is-
it's
What
a
the
burger
fuck?
chain.
What is
Yeah.
No.
what is the origin of the diner?
Diner?
Was
barely
fast
know her.
food created by Germans, basically. German like
Yeah,
burgers.
most of the time, yes. Actually, most German immigrants did make the first diners.
I mean, McDonald's
And
was
now it's
founded
the
by
Greek
Germans,
people.
wasn't it? No, it was founded by Scott. No, the McDonald's guys were Scottish, but then Ray Kroc or whatever his name was.
Ray
Crotch?
Ray Balls, I
Crotch?
think.
Crotch?
Ray Dick and
Ray
Balls.
Kroc?
I love it. That's what a beautiful
yeah,
name.
Oh, there's
For a
this
beautiful
place
man.
around here. It's basically just like Chipotle, but with Greek food, and it's so fucking good. I love
Ooh, that's what the fuck I'm about. I'm gonna
Yeah.
come to your house and we're gonna get it.
it. Hell yeah, we can.
Oh,
fucking
and then
get
we can go for a hike in the desert and
Yeah.
go see some crackheads.
It's
Dude, that'd be so fun.
scrubland, not desert.
I'm
there's
sorry, you're
plants, they're
right.
just
I'm so
small.
sorry. I'm
And I
so
have the
sorry.
day off tomorrow because apparently the 5th of July is like a national holiday or whatever. So I'm gonna go walk.
For federal employees, it is.
Oh
too.
yeah, for
The
banking.
5th of July is actually off at my work as well. We're not federal employees.
I'm
but I
not.
think it's only off so that then people can deal with their fucking hangovers.
I'd never
Since it's
get
a
days off.
manufacturing job.
I always have to work all the holidays. Fucking no rest for my profession.
I think
you have to work Christmas.
Isn't that like
Yeah.
what most murders? Well, I guess the most calls you'd be responding to tonight are like drunk and disorderly. Someone blew up their
No.
hands on a firework.
Surprisingly none. Surprisingly none. Oh, there was the one crackhead and she was pretending that she was having a seizure. And I was like, honey, you're not that convincing. Like, you gotta piss your pants or something to make it a little more believable. And then she, still pretended to seize out.
And then she started pissing her pants. Like, okay,
I
fine.
wish that would have been so good. That would have been so good. Well, it wouldn't have been because I had to hold her down when they strapped her down.
Hey,
But
hey,
yeah.
talking about seizures, my
Julius
little
seizure.
my conspiracy theory about seizures is most of the people that get them are communists because all the major communist leaders died of seizures.
Yeah.
Oh,
Has anyone ever seen Death of Stalin?
Yes,
yeah,
I like
he's the
that
most
movie.
famous one. But Fidel Castro died of a seizure.
You know he's Justin Trudeau's daddy.
Died in a puddle
Yeah,
of his own
I'm a-
piss.
Stalin or
How's it-
Fidel Castro?
Yes.
Not both.
Both. Was this an
And
orgy?
Preg. Who was pregnant? Who got pregnant with him then?
Stalin was.
Oh, girl. See, I wouldn't peg him as a bottom, but
Stalin.
girl. Oh my gosh.
Stalin is Justin Trudeau's mom.
Let's look up some childhood pictures of them. Just one sec, because I want to get it really good in my head. Stalin young. Okay, yep, that's good. And then what's the other guy's name? Fidel?
Fidel
Castro.
Castro.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Fertile Castro, if you will.
Fertile
Fidel-
Castro.
Fidel Castro young. There
Oh,
we go.
wait. Speaking of conspiracy theories and Fidel Castro, you know the Trudeau conspiracy that I forget Trudeau's first name because I'm not Canadian. and I
Justin
don't care.
Trudeau.
Yeah,
We talked-
Justin
that's what
Trudeau.
I just said that,
Yeah.
you asshole.
I wasn't listening to you.
Whoa, don't be mean.
Don't worry, JR. I just have you tuned out.
Terrible. Okay, so I'm liking it. Okay. Yeah, I could see that Stalin would be the one.
Oh yeah, let's
being pregnant with the baby.
let's whip this one out real quick. I can draw this. I can draw this fan art.
Oh, so can I. You don't want to see how I do it because it'll be good. Okay, here, let's put
Stalin has a beard, right? They both have beards. There's gonna
Well,
be two
no.
beardy men.
See, we got this Stalin. No, put it back.
But yeah, so if you're a communist, guys, you're gonna die of a seizure. My theory.
Man dies of a seizure minutes later.
Confirmed communist.
You were the communist. Hey, I'm gonna
Yep.
send you some funny flashing images. No reason.
Funny thing, they actually do test everybody in the military, well, at least in the army, with flashing lights to see if, just to make sure you're not epileptic.
Epileptic.
Yeah.
Epilepic. Okay, JR, can you please put my screen back because we have to have these reference pictures up for Mop. Okay, so MPreg fan art of Stalin and Mr. Castro here. I personally think that Stalin would be the bottom here, considering these two men. What do you guys think?
You know, Stalin was actually really short too.
Ooh, even better,
Yeah, he's
girl. Let's
definitely
bring up
bottom.
their heights. Oh my.
I think Stalin was only 5'7".
Height of Stalin. Let's see. Diminutive size, 5'2".
Stalin was fucking fertile and breedable. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
No?
I'd agree. He looks like, oh my god, he was trans.
Oh god. Also, Stalin had this weird, like, conjoined toe. It was like a second and third toe.
So you say
Yeah,
I can join Quinn.
Oh man, Fidel Castro was fucking massive. One
How
sec.
tall is he?
One sec, I have to convert these into inches. One sec. He was 6'2".
Jesus. He was
Oh
like,
my god, he's a full foot taller.
Oh my god! Yeah.
God.
Why is reality working in your favor for this MPreg fan?
Dude, what the fuck? I can't do it. Oh my god, Stalin was a fucking manlet.
He looks tall in photos. I guess just everybody
I
in
can
Russia
see
is
why.
tall. Yeah.
no, so in Soviet Russia, they purposely took photos. Like, he made them take photos where he looked bigger than he was.
No, Stalin
Like,
was
they
just the
always had an
tallest man in
angle.
Russia. Everybody in Russia was just really short.
Well, he's from Georgia.
He actually didn't like taking many photos with guys like Zhukov because they were taller than him. So he would always have like the angle of the photo be weird, so it made him look like he was either equal or taller than most of the people in the photo.
That's good.
Yeah, yes. And also occasionally he made people disappear from photos.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Stalin.
I can't take this. Like, this is working out a lot better than I thought it would.
Did Stalin have a crazy hip to waist ratio too?
Ooh.
You
Let's
know,
find out.
I don't know, but his waist size was bigger than the average Russian at the day.
Well, we're
How do
talking
you
about
know
when he was
that?
young.
Have you already been reading Stalin fan fictions where he gets MPregged in the urethra or whatever?
Hey, here's this Photoshop of Stalin for your waist reference.
Like, how does MPreg work? Cookies, do they lay an egg in the butthole?
Well, it really depends. So, from all the research I've done, the most realistic MPreg. So, for example, in the universe of Naruto, let's say Naruto
Sure.
got pregnant, right?
Oh god.
Sure.
So the way that I work it out in my head to not make it like weird is the fact, okay, there's magic, 1, and 2, Naruto is a Jinchuriki. He has the 9-tailed fox inside him. So it's more of like a soul energy baby rather than like, you know, him having a womb or anything. So like in Supernatural, for example, if Castiel got pregnant, it's not his vessel that got pregnant, it's his true form that was pregnant, you know,
Sure. Okay.
because it's like a spirit thing. Now, when it comes to
so
Stalin
he is
and
that two-spirited queer person.
no, he's actually just an angel. So it's just his,
Well,
his grace
whatever.
that gets
I don't
pregnant.
I don't like shonen anime.
No, this is Supernatural, silly.
Oh no.
So when it comes to Stalin, how he would get pregnant, well, what's the magic system for our fan fiction? Like, is there like, magic, or is this
the
like
power of communism?
And friendship.
Yeah,
So-
and friendship. Workers
it
and
might
friends
just
of the
be
world
it might
unite.
just be like a but no, we need something a little more convincible, like to somehow like mine
No,
this shit out.
the power of the worker.
No. Here, what do you? Okay, aliens.
I'm trying to
Castro.
relate it to actual like these two individuals. They were fucking
No,
communists.
I get it, but we have to have something in like that could have somehow made him pregnant.
Oh.
You know.
Oh, communist.
I know
Jimmy
how. I know
Neutron-
how.
Jimmy,
I know
that Jimmy
how.
Neutron episode where Carl fucking got pregnant.
No, I mean that was good. No, I got it. There was tons of human experimentation at the time. Germans, Nazis, experimentation. That's how it happened.
Oh yeah, like that project for these. Well, the Soviets tried to breed humans and monkeys together, so maybe it worked.
Yep, and that's what happened. That's how it happened. There
And
we
then
go.
Stalin got impregned by a gorilla.
No, well, yes, he did. The gorilla being Castro.
An inadvertent way to calling brown people monkeys.
Castro was white.
Castro's white, dude.
Yeah, he was pretty white. Yeah, I know, but
Like, I'm sorry,
was
but
that
Stalin is
classic-
darker than him.
yeah, Castro was the classic. I'm totally a mestizo guys, even though I'm like 99% white and I'm like that 1% native.
Che Guevara didn't he hate Native Americans?
Probably.
I think so. I don't know. I don't care about Che Guevara. I really hate his shirts too.
Well, no, he would hate his shirts too. He became a commodity. It's hilarious.
But
Well, Che Guevara's ugly, and he's not a part of our fan fiction. At least the other two are attractive.
Castro is attractive.
Yes,
young
he has.
Stalin.
Maybe
Young
shaved
Stalin
him.
was a beast. Like
I
young
like his
Stalin
beard.
was
His beard is fine. His beard's
Stalin,
fine.
yeah, Stalin was a beast. He actually like had good form. Like he looked good with that well-tailored mustache.
I think, well, going from the pictures as our references, they're both attractive men. Che Guevara is not attractive. You cannot convince me that he's attractive in any way, shape, or form. He's ugly as fuck. Sorry.
Why are we talking about communist revolutionaries on the 4th of July stream?
Because Mop is drawing fan art of Stalin pregnant, and that's the most American thing we can do. It completely emasculates the communist leaders, except for Fidel, because Fidel is a big bitch, and he obviously is the alpha male.
I stopped drawing the fan art because
God damn it, Mop!
I'll tell you what I have, but I can't draw Stalin. I can't draw individual people.
Hey,
You
what
just have
about
to
that?
draw at their connection.
Hey, what
Oh,
about
no,
that
I'm not-
Netflix series that they're doing with George Washington?
What?
That animated. They're doing like an animated Netflix series where, like George Washington is like this uber buff Chad American.
So, like, Liberty Kids?
Dude, that was my favorite show.
I
as a
know,
kid.
me too. I loved Liberty Kids. It was like
I
my
mean,
absolute
it's
favorite.
Liberty's Kids, number one. Number two, I might actually make a video on it for my channel.
I love Liberty's Kids. That was like my favorite TV show.
Okay, what is this? America the Motion Picture is what they're calling it.
Is it like political?
I don't know.
Undoubtedly,
looks
it
like
probably will be.
It's a funny looking cartoon.
Are they hot?
Here, I'll just share my screen.
Oh
once I
shit!
get
Did
a
you hear about
picture.
that? Did you hear about the show that like is offending all like the gay people or the like no, not just gay people, all the LGBT people because it's like some pride show that they're putting on Netflix animated, but nobody wants it.
As one of the LGBT people, yeah, it's gay as fuck, dude.
And you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it's stupid looking. There's literally a line in it where the lady's like, "You cannot pander to the gays." I'm like, "What the fuck is this?"
Did you hear that they want to change the L from lesbian to ligma?
Dude, I think that's a great idea.
So, this is the show if it's actually sharing.
No, JR has to share it.
Oh,
I don't like it. I'm not into it.
Is that
I don't like
Cyborg?
the art style. That's RoboCop. Thank you
Oh,
very
and
much.
RoboCop? Yeah, that's what I meant.
yeah, but like the mill's supposed to be George Washington. I don't know who the hell this.
MILF George Washington?
Mm. Is that Squanto right there?
I guess. I really don't know who these.
Wait, is RoboCop a centaur?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's.
And he has a sword. This looks stupid.
And they're standing over hundreds of British corpses.
Can we see this? Can we see a bit
Yeah,
of this?
It's on Netflix, but
Oh
I
my
don't
god,
have-
why are we getting TV from the Idiocracy dimension? I love this. That's awesome.
This is I can't do it, dog. Nobody here looks particularly. Oh my gosh! Did you see the?
Yeah, that was the entire stream with the Star Wars with Catholic guy stream.
Yeah, I know, it was funny.
Yeah, and then well, the infinite recursion.
Yeah, it was great. And
Yeah.
the echoes.
yeah, you saw our recursive stream, right? You saw
I made a clip of the Among Us fart remix that Ethan came up with. I'll send it to you. It's on my YouTube page.
Oh, please.
You should start making content, Pepis.
I know I should.
We'd make a good team.
I know we would. Goddamn, like girl.
Mop can make all your thumbnails.
No, Mop and I would not. No, I can make my own thumbnails.
So, anyways, about that America.
Yeah, we keep on trying to get back to America, and then it always derails. So
Yeah, let's shit on our least favorite political ideologies.
Don't you want to show Mop the video that I made?
After the stream.
I'll send it to Mop right now then.
Okay, well, should we talk about cringe American political movements that will never gain steam?
Yeah. So we can't shit on liberalism or conservatism. Like we can't. Okay, this is the one time on my streams we can't shit on mainstream liberalism, and we also can't shit on mainstream conservatism, because those are very like normie American ideologies. We have to shit on like just what's absolutely un-American.
Can we also shit on historical movements that never took off?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna shit on the German American Bund. Anybody know what? Okay, so it was literally a German immigrant like that came over shortly after World War One. Fritz Kuhn, I think was his name. Either way, he wanted to create like this German American party in the United States that was like literally copy paste National Socialist Party in Germany, just made American. Like he took everything from them and just lifted it up and planted it in America. It was
George
hilarious.
Lincoln Rockwell already do that?
He did that after. In fact, he took like so much inspiration from the German American Bund. Like this was like
Didn't he fight in Europe? That's the irony of George Lincoln Rockwell.
I mean, a lot of actually American veterans ended up becoming jaded like that and didn't like the foreign intervention. In fact, I released a video today, a speech from Charles Lindbergh, about American intervention in foreign powers and how it was how we shouldn't get involved, and the American soldier should be told why he is fighting in a foreign land, truthfully, and they're not. It was a really good speech, but Charles Lindbergh was also like one of those unironic fanboys of like authoritarian right-wing movements, but he was like an isolationist American too at the same time.
Yeah, but he was still American.
Yeah,
he was a national treasure. But then that's why we tried to shut him up at the end. We're trying to like keep him on the sidelines just because it was like, okay, he flew America across the water.
Well, he also was a war hero from World War One.
And then his son got kidnapped. That was funny. Not really.
Yeah, no. Also, I think that Patton would have been on the same like ideological plane as Charles Lindbergh as well. Just he wasn't given the platform to really discuss it a whole lot.
Really? What makes you think Patton?
Because if you look at like their statements about like Patton being anti-interventionist, his general warm attitudes towards the more right-wing regimes of Europe at the time, including National Socialist Germany, it was just very similar rhetoric to Charles Lindbergh, or Carl's Lindbergh, or whatever you choose to call him. But yeah, I think Patton, if he would have been given a platform, he would have. Well, also Charles Lindbergh was anti-Soviet, and Patton was extremely, extremely anti-Soviet.
Okay, other anti-American movements to shit on.
The current one.
Or everything you believe and like, I hate.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
disagree with everything you agree with, and I agree with
What's
all
your
the people. that you
what
hate.
is
I
American?
disagree with you, Mop. How could
What would you say is most un-American about the modern?
The Moderna? Just modernity in
No,
general?
Madonna.
Madonna?
The singer. Yeah.
Well, she said she wanted to blow up the White House.
Okay, but that's pretty patriotic.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. When did she say that?
During the women's march.
Hey, she should have just been hoisting a Union Jack at the same time. Bring back those 1812 memes.
A Union Jack? You mean leave? Never forgive Canada. We're gonna blow up Justin Trudeau in Minecraft.
Dude, I love it.
I wouldn't mind. He's a traitor to the crown anyway.
Yeah, and he's more of a, like, I feel like out of his two parents, he takes, like, he looks more like Fidel, but he takes more after Stalin, if you get my meaning. Like, he needs to be fucked, and maybe he'll calm down a little bit.
That's what
I
you
think
say about
that
everyone,
he needs
though.
to return
I
to being
know, I'm fucking horrific.
He needs to return to being a drama teacher instead of the prime minister of a country.
At least then he could do blackface a little more.
Yeah, he could. And it would at least be funny.
Yeah.
And, also, I would make him renounce Catholicism because he's just he's a bad Catholic that isn't even Catholic anymore because of what he believes.
Mm-hmm. I concur.
In fact, I think a good old Fidel here would have been a better Catholic than Justin Trudeau.
And his son.
Fidelity
Yeah.
Investments Castro.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the comparison pictures.
At least Fidel was for universal education and the traditional family. Because actually, most communist revolutionaries are unironically like traditional family people, and don't know
So
their
the
stances
trads.
on.
The tradcoms.
Stalin actually got rid of gay rights as soon as he took over and
Was it a
reinstated.
thing?
Yeah, it was under Lenin. Lenin was huge into that social revolutionary part, where it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna make them. We're gonna get the sex workers in with us. They're gonna be a movement within the worker movement.
Wasn't Stalin actually like I know Lenin was an atheist, but wasn't Stalin an orthobro?
He was actually in seminary to become an Orthodox priest. But
Imagine
then,
if he would have grown one of those giant ass beards, like one of those ortho beards. That's what I call them, ortho beards.
See, when you
is
say
that what you call
ortho,
them?
I think it's like orthodontics or like bones.
You've never seen an orthodontist beard before?
No, they can't have beards, silly. They can only have
They
teeth. No, their beards would be made of teeth.
That's true.
Oh, okay, creepo. But
Creepio. See Creepio.
see creepio. But yeah, Stalin was unironically like very trad. He banned the sex workers. In fact, I think he sent them to the gulags.
Yeah, that's super cool, dude. Just fucking
and then-
putting people in camps.
and
That's a
then
big incel moment, actually.
he
Banning
did,
people for just having
Well, he is
sex.
the bottom in our fan fiction.
That's true. All bottoms are incels at their heart.
Yeah, it's true.
And-
Because like Ben Shapiro. Can we talk about Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was reading some Ben Shapiro fan fiction,
Yes,
and I'm
let's talk
not gonna
about
lie.
that.
I'm unironically a little obsessed with him right now.
Let's spend like our last 20-30 minutes talk about that. Yeah, sure.
So I read this one about Dave Rubin and Ben Shapiro, and not gonna
Yes,
lie,
my
I like
favorite.
dude, it was like it ends with like no, dude, it ends with like Ben laying on dude, let me tell you, it ends with like Ben laying on the bed crying, and Dave like throws money at him. He's like, make sure to lock up when you leave. And I'm like, oh my god.
So who's writing this shit? Do you think it's
Dude,
like?
I don't know who wrote it.
Some like
but-
Yuri manga writers.
I don't know who wrote it, but all I'm saying that it was actually surprisingly well written, and it was actually an enjoyable thing because we were all reading it as a joke, and then like halfway through, I saw exactly where it was going, and I'm like, let's cut this one off short, guys. I'm getting a little tired, and then I went and read the rest of it by myself.
Do you want to go ahead and read one that's like on the stream that's not super smutty?
We could read the one about AOC, and well, if we do that, then we have to all read it together and act out the parts.
That'll be our closing segment. That should be our
Here,
closing
well, first,
segment.
well, how about we just browse and search for some things, and then next time we all stream together, we can act it out.
Or we could do another stream immediately after this one. Like
No.
No. I'm sorry, JR. I gotta go pee really, really bad. Stream me, then we can determine what we're gonna do. Okay.
Anyway, Bob.
Yes.
JR, share my screen.
Okay, hold on. No, I can't. Hold on. Ow. Okay, hold on. There you go.
Okay. So we're on Archives of Our Own. Real people and celebrities. Ooh, what the fuck? Hey, continue talking. This will just be in the background while we're searching.
Okay.
JR. Yes, Politicrat, you were asking me a question.
American Revolution? Oh,
Yes.
my. Oh, I think I know what we're doing. Let's find out what the favorite ships are. Well, first, one
George
second.
Washington and Benedict Arnold.
Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that probably will be a good one. English.
It's no, it's all gonna be Hamilton shit.
No, this isn't the Hamilton fandom. This is the RPF, which is real people.
The real people fandom.
Yes. So let's find out what the.
Remember that Hamilton and Hamilton.
You were
is a
right, and I
character.
hate it. Okay, so first and foremost, we're gonna go to relationships we don't want. No women allowed. No women. No women allowed. Okay, additional tags. Anal sex, yes. No modern. Historical inaccuracy? No, historical accuracy. There we go. No female character.
Hate women.
Yes. Okay. Now let's see what we're doing. Let's see. Okay, we still got some decent shit to work with here. Okay, any more women? No women. I hate women. Okay. Okay, so what else do we want to look for? Do we want it to be fluff, angsty? Like, what are we looking for, you guys?
Angsty.
Okay, rape, non-con.
No.
Yes.
What?
Let's see what we can. I don't know who those people are. I don't know who those people are. Oh, I like Thomas Jefferson. Nothing good. Okay. College. Oh, god damn it. Hate college. I hate slavery. Oh my.
Yes.
Oh, buck breaking.
I don't know about that one, guys. No, we're not going to be looking at non-con. That just gets us too triggering for some people. Let's just see what we find. Okay, let's look at characters. So what character do you want to examine, JR?
George Washington and
Carver.
No, not George Washington Carver. No peanuts allowed. Okay. So let's see what we get. Okay, women. Any women? Women. No women. Okay, good. Let's get looking. But as you were saying, JR,
I wasn't saying anything.
I thought you were talking about shit. 18th century. That sounds good.
The 18th century was the 1700s.
I know, but it's just the 18th century, but like just real people that lived there. Fan fiction of them. That's what this is.
Hey, Mop, what are your Halloween? Your 4th of July plans?
Halloween plans. Your Halloween plans.
I hung out with family
On Halloween?
for the 4th of July. Wait, you want my Halloween plans or my 4th of July plans?
Both.
4th of July already happened. I don't know what I'm doing on Halloween. That's in like
But you're in California.
Dude, are you smoking?
No, why?
Because you're coughing.
I have the COVID.
No, you don't. You don't got the coof. Fucking liar. Vague descriptions of sex. Cowboy hats. 1960s. Nah.
They got time traveled. Dude, all the founding
Daddy
fathers.
Pink.
Oh, Lafayette and George Washington.
That seems to be one of the more popular ships, including
Oh
George.
yeah, that's a good ship.
We'll look at that maybe in a minute. Who's Billy?
Bill.
John was dead. No, not interested.
Is it John Adams?
Probably. Black History Month.
Yes.
Oh no, buck breaking. I can know it.
No, that would probably be tagged. It doesn't look like there's any good juicy stuff there. Nope.
Oh.
Lord. Alcohol. No. Toxic masculinity.
Yes, this is the 1700s. Everybody.
Blood drinking, vampires, anal sex.
You're just returning back to Supernatural.
Say no more.
George Washington and Lafayette are both vampires.
No, someone has to be a vampire, and someone's probably not a vampire. That's the whole thing.
Who's
Falling
the
in love?
vampire?
Question mark. I don't know. We're gonna find out in a minute. South Carolina. Gay. Not interested.
That's some cousin fucking there.
King Washington. Oh, he becomes a tyrant, just like you wanted, dude.
The King
Possessive
Washington is
choking. There we go. All various sex acts. Finger kink. What, like, is just his hands, or is he doing something with them? I guess we'll find out in a minute.
Okay, who do I get to be?
Well, we haven't decided yet. We're still just browsing.
Okay.
Well, I'll save all these, and then the next time we have a stream, we can go through them. Let's see. Three-way. Who's included? Who's Benjamin Talmadge?
Oh, Oh yeah, he was the head of George Washington's spy ring.
Okay, well, polyamory, anal fingering, hair pulling, anal sex, humiliation. Sounds good to me. There we go. Flirting. That's gay. Dubious consent. Who? Certain
Dubious
bonds of closeness will
Okay,
always
but dubious consent is a good rapper name.
Dubious. I like it. Certain bonds of closeness will always form on the open plain when there's only one man to keep you company. What? Cowboy universe. I don't know. What do you
Cowboy
think?
Bebop. What?
It's a alternate universe where everybody's a cowboy.
How does that even make sense?
That doesn't make sense.
I know.
Oh, that's awesome.
We'll save it.
do
We'll
that
save
one.
it for later.
Oh, definitely save Cowboy George Washington getting pegged by a vampire lady.
Let's see. Incubus, half human, dubious consent, fuck or die, multiple organisms. I love it. This looks great. Alternate universe demons. Lafayette wished he did not feel that itch, that warmth every time his shit. Yeah, I think that we will partake. You dying?
Yeah.
Charles
You
Lee
gotta,
was
you gotta
murdered.
stop taking a hot spliffy bliffies, JR, okay?
Ooh,
Please
okay. Okay, so this is another alternate universe. It's where George Washington is a sheriff and Lafayette is a bandit. There's blowjobs and guns and betrayal.
How does that make sense?
Well,
It doesn't need to make sense when
fan
true love
fiction
is on the line.
it's true. Dude, are you okay? Did you
I'm
just cough
fine.
shit up?
I'm fine.
Honey, are you okay?
Fine.
Okay.
You really need to stop smoking bath salts behind the 7-Eleven, okay? It is not good for you.
Okay, actually, I can't talk because I did ship the Princess of Prussia and the King of Bavaria.
There we go, girl.
Of course you did.
Yeah, but that's actually for a book series.
Oh
that
my
I'm
god, I
reading.
know what we're gonna do. One sec. I know exactly what additional tag you can guess. Guess what I'm about to type in.
Mpreg?
Yes. There we go. Oh, there's only one.
Well, I think we found our candidate.
Non-binary Lafayette. Oh, black-eyed children. Don't let them in. Yeah, we're definitely doing that one. Let's see. Let's take George. God, I'm so upset. What the fuck? Well, here. I'll save all those for later. Let's see what else we can find. American Gods? No, that's silly. American Civil War?
Ooh.
What?
Bill Gates. Bill Gates, Mpreg.
No. Let's see. Let's see if we
How
can
about World
find...
War II?
There might be. One sec. Babylon 5.
Are you okay?
Like legit, JR. Like, what's going on, dude?
Nothing. It's fine.
What are you like? Are you? Why are, you coughing?
Smoking? Or are you just...
It's okay if you're smoking. Like, but dude, like, did you like it go down the wrong tube?
I mean, it's legal in my state now, so.
I don't care about that, but you're having a bad time.
You know you can put like water in the pipe, right? You know, are you,
You
just
know
raw
that you can make
dogging it?
edibles and like just have a good time instead of smelling like poopy.
True.
Cake Boss?
Cake Boss, yes.
Okay. Wait, let me just save all these for later. Ah! What the fuck? Mark for later. 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 Okay. Just for the next time. Okay. Cake Boss.
Cake Boss.
None of these look good. This one's in Polish.
No. Jared, do you speak Polish?
Herda.
Baked to perfection.
What, are you talking about the Politicrat?
No.
We're talking about Cake Boss fanfiction.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? Okay.
Do you know that is it like in poor taste because he died recently?
Cake Boss?
Yeah, he fell into a giant cake oven.
Oh. Girl. Okay.
He said, "I'm the Cake Boss. I can get in the oven if I want."
Oh,
He baked himself to death.
Yeah.
So
What,
what was his religion, might I ask?
The Cake Boss? Oh, he's Catholic. He's Italian, man.
What? Are you sure he's not
Wait,
of the
what
tribe?
does this mean? Fake news? What does that mean? Keith Olbermann. Okay.
It's Anderson Cooper confronting Tucker Carlson and they get into an orgy.
I like how this one says Stephen Colbert, but it's in quotation. What does that mean?
Colbert. It's Stephen Colbert.
Let me just get the language as English. Sort and filter. Okay. Keith Olbermann. Nope. Stephen Colbert, John learned soon enough, had a subversive streak that was greatly abetted by the fact that he looked like a trustworthy middle American insurance salesman. Are you guys hooked?
Not yet.
Okay. Stephen Colbert in quotations once more. John knows they're out of ice cream. So where is Stephen? Yes. So where is Stephen getting it from? I'm sorry, but we're gonna read that one. John confronts Stephen after his appearance on the April 19th, 2017 episode of The Late Show to talk about Bill O'Reilly.
Do they have sex?
Apparently they're married. Okay. Characters in this one. The title is The Dark Arts of Circular Kung Fu. Stephen Colbert, Rachel Maddow, Jon Stewart, Keith Olbermann, Anderson Cooper. They're all going, it's a college university.
Why is he
AU.
still in quotation marks? Stephen
Wait,
Colbert.
is this like Stephen Colbert, and is this like not Stephen Colbert?
Oh, anti-Colbert.
Oh,
hell
we're
yeah.
gonna have to read and find out. Stephen's wife?
Wait, murder, suicide, psychological abuse,
We're
no
gonna read
happy
that.
ending.
Read that one. Oh,
Colbert
God.
children. Oh fuck.
Okay, Jon Stewart. The world is ending. The Daily Show reports. Nah, that's stupid. They're animals. They're anthropomorphic. What? Furries?
Oh God.
What's a stupid? Is that
John's stupid.
are they rabbits?
Stephen
gonna have
Cole
to-
Bunny. Oh no. Oh.
We're gonna
Oh
find
yeah,
out.
we do need to do a full like 3 hour.
I know. This is okay.
Maybe we're gonna
Wait a second.
maybe we should fly the coop for that one, as it were. Maybe we should start our own channel for this one.
I think we should.
Yeah.
We should. We'll just do a stream on mine.
Yeah. hell yeah.
There's nothing to be afraid of. Bondage, blindfolds. Oh my.
Ooh.
I don't know about that one, guys. Jufro. That's all he had to say. What? Raven flirts with John.
Mm.
Who the fuck's Raven?
We know who Raven is.
I know. Then I guess we'll save it.
Who's Tech Jansen?
I don't know who Tex Jansen is.
Google that.
JR,
It's a
you know who everybody
it's
is.
a reoccurring character. We need to know who Tech Jansen is.
I'm mad because they never sent my DoorDash. They never sent my DoorDash.
What did you DoorDash for?
Taco Bell.
I'm so sorry, dude. Oh my
That's
god.
what you get for ordering Mexican food on the 4th of July.
That's why you just need to get into your car and actually go get your Taco Bell.
No, but apparently it closed 5 minutes after I placed the order, and there were too lazy
Girl,
to make
that
it.
sucks. Additional tag relationships. Let's get rid of all the women. Whoa, is there like Tracy, whoever the fuck that is?
That's Jon Stewart's.
Dude, wait a
that-
second. Wait a
is
second.
Tracy Stewart Jon Stewart's? Wait, no.
Wait, Mop, look at the author.
Dr.
all of
G?
them.
Oh no! Oh god! Oh fuck! Oh shit! I didn't realize.
This
No,
person,
it's
this
so
person, right? This is what. Okay, we have a different one.
No, but
On that note, would you guys say this is a good place to end our stream?
I think.
Yeah.
This cliffhanger. Yes.
Yes, that's fine.